supplies.
Alright, so this is the Battle of Injast, one-shot / multi-shot, depends on, I guess, how many you guys take to get through this. Technically, it's like session 80 of the campaign Codelands Hope and Despair. And in our last session, again, chime in if I screw something up here, you guys, everybody pretty much knew each other, is my understanding, with the exception of maybe Veli. You guys have done various jobs for the No Mercy Guild up to this point. However, Veli was in the No Mercy Guild, drinking it up and telling tales of him slaying a dragon, as I recall.
Being rich.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember if you were actually being vocal about how rich you were, or if that was just a fact that we know metagame-wise. Were you?
I think you're being vocal about it.
Never mentioned that.
Okay.
I thought you were.
Oh, you're right. I did say a couple of sides.
Totally like being like, no, I can go on
You
this.
were like, I killed dragons for my wealth.
Okay. So now that Veli knows he's got a target on his back for every thief and never do well in the city. But anyway, so while you guys are in the guild, you guys got wind of this job that was on the board out there, and I think Carrick, kind of the taskmaster, kind of filled you guys in a little bit of that task. And somehow, I can't remember exactly how Veli ended up getting sucked into the job itself as well, but basically all four of you guys ended up taking on this job.
He played the piano like
piano.
He was rocking the piano. We said we got to take this guy with us.
Oh, just because he was good on the piano, right?
Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah, that'll come in handy on an investigation.
Well, we got him to sign up, and we got him to pay his dues, and
yep, and like
he joined up.
I think he signed an X next to your name. Is that right on the board?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't want to sign his paper.
Right. So the job was basically to investigate the robbery of the town treasury. I can't remember how much details Tools gave you versus talking to the captain of the guard, Helmy. But long story short, the treasury was robbed 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think was the time frame we said. They have found no suspects up to this point. And you guys went and talked to Helmy, and you also talked to the one surviving guard from the attack that said during the attack he got a look of the person that basically knocked him out, he's assuming. Got a look at his face by pulling his bandana off his face before he went black and got knocked out. From there, you guys went over to the actual site of the crime, kind of did a little investigation there of the crime scene. You guys found out, I guess before that 3 of the 4 guards were all killed or died there on the scene. As I recall, there were like blast marks down the main hallway that led to the vault and outside of that hallway. You guys couldn't find, correct me if I'm screwing this up, you guys couldn't find any signs of breaking into the vault or how they got into the vault. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And basically we're scratching your heads trying to figure out what happened there. And then I can't remember. Go ahead.
Wasn't there like broken windows or something?
I don't recall that because the vault room itself doesn't really have any windows in it. There was like one main hallway that led down to the vault. And the vault was a all steel, like a real bank vault, all made from steel.
I thought there was broken windows for sure out like the main entryway or something like that. Maybe I'm completely wrong.
Maybe before you went down the hallway, there could have been some broken windows in there where one of the first explosions or signs of explosions were. But in the vault room itself, there are no windows. And I can't remember. Somehow you guys got wind that someone thought that maybe the No Mercy Guild had something to do with this. And from there, you guys decided to head down to the No Mercy Guild to do a little more investigation. Does that sound about right?
Vaguely.
Okay. Anything else that I missed there, guys?
Just that specifically somebody was ejected out of the No Mercy Guild recently, and that's why we're on our way back.
Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, and they also, I think Helmy shared with you guys that there were 3 specific items at the mayor. That's who this treasury belonged to, basically. There were 3 specific items that the mayor was looking for, along with all the loot and everything that was stolen out of there. And that was a ring, there was a brooch or a brooch, however you pronounce it, and also a necklace. And I think he gave you descriptions of each one of those. I'd have to look at my notes to figure out what it was, but they gave you some kind of description so you can hopefully pick them out if you see them. Okay.
We got this.
Anything else I missed? Okay, I'll take that as a no. Alright, so you guys were making your way back over towards No Mercy Guild. And on the map, that's basically where all you guys are located right now. No Mercy Guild's this building right in here. So, fellas, what would you like to do?
I think we want to head into the No Mercy Guild.
Okay, are you looking for anybody in particular, or go back talk to Tools or Carrick?
Well, we heard last time that Carrick was the one that gave somebody the boot out of the guild, and that guy they think is involved with this bandit group.
Okay, all right.
And we went to look at the book too to see who else had been in the last few weeks.
Okay, all right. Let me switch map over to the one of the actual No Mercy Guild. I think I still got that here.
Good call, Don. I think we wanted to see. I remember wanting to see that book to see who signed up in the last X weeks.
Pretty sure Bachford was just starting to sober up, wasn't he?
Maybe.
He was
Wants a tankard of ale, man.
hair of the dog.
Okay, do I have everybody on the map there? Am I missing anybody? I don't see... Yeah, there's Brockvard. Okay, alright, so everybody's there. Alright, so you guys come back into the No Mercy Guild. Looks about busy it was before. You can see there's... as you make your way back to the No Mercy Guild, you can still see the somewhat increased number of guards that are kind of making their rounds throughout the city. I see a few more eyes up on the walls just because of the news or rumors, whatever, of the building horde north of the city. But nothing out of the ordinary, other than just a few more extra guards and stuff seem to be at attention.
Yeah, Bachford's going for another tankard.
Okay.
He's starting to sober up, and he doesn't like it.
As you walk
He's gonna
in, several of the patrons go, "Hey, Brockvard!"
Hey! And he takes this guy's tankard.
Takes away someone's tankard?
Yeah, this guy right here. He's hey, Bachford, and then hey, and then yeah, nope, it's his.
He just kind of gives you somewhat of a stink eye, but then looks you up. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I think I owe you one, right? And he walks back up to the bar to try to give himself another one. What the rest of you guys doing?
Who was it that I was hanging out with on the on stage there that asked me to come over and get me to sign? Was it Bachford or Victor?
Victor and Bachvard both convinced you.
Okay. I'm going to pull up to Victor and kind of in a hushed voice say, "Does it seem like we're not being Does it seem like we're not being told the whole truth on what was actually in that vault?"
Who knows, my friend? Perhaps Carrick sees other folks who fit the description and may be able to point us in the right direction.
You guys see Carrick in his normal position, back along the back side of the bar, kind of guarding the door back into Tool's office, and he kind of nods as Bachford comes a little bit closer, but didn't really say anything.
All right, Victor, shall we head over and have a little chat?
It sounds good.
Carrick sees you guys approach, and he kind of stands up from the stool he's sitting on. Says, that was quick. You guys already got it figured out?
Now we've got a few more questions have come up since we last were in here.
Questions for me?
Yeah, well, we've got we talked to the guard that survived it and witnessed it, and we've heard that this group of bandits that's been east of town for a while, one of their members sounds like he may have been a member of No Mercy and been defrocked or dethroned or kicked out or something in the very recent past. What can you tell us about anybody you given the boot to?
So you're looking for fellas that we've rejected recently, is what you're saying, right?
That's what we're looking for.
Well, as you know, you've been here for, I guess, at least several weeks or several months, I'm not really sure. We get guys that just kind of come in and come and leave. Very rarely do we get someone that we actually, kick out of the organization and kind of looks somewhat nonchalant over at Veli. As long as they're paying their dues, they're good. But there's been a few guys that we've had to let go recently. Most of them just because they can't pay their dues, but one guy just because he couldn't keep his mouth shut. So I'm assuming that's who you're going to be asking about, right?
Yeah, so tell us about him.
Well, there's not much to tell. He's dead. His name was Cletus. He disappeared probably about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. I guess shortly after the old treasury robbery. Now you mention it, but he disappeared off west of town, and nobody's seen him since.
What did he look like?
Oh shit! Yeah, I got that here. Let's see. He was a tall, human fella. Had blonde hair, kind of a dark goatee. He got a scar on the right side of his neck. He was a little bit of a sorcerer type. Not sure, sorcerer, magic, some kind of magic kind of dude. Not too smart with it, but he had his skill set.
What was his name again?
Cletus. Cletus. He ran his mouth just a little bit too much about some of the jobs that he supposedly took care of, but couldn't quite prove that he did them or not.
So you say that he disappeared, but you also said that he died. Which is it?
Caught that, did you? All right. So he says, let's move this conversation to the back room, shall we?
I internally rolled on insight on that one, and I could tell that something was going on.
It's all right. Step inside. He kind of steps into the room back here with tools. Brockmark, do you see the group back there, kind of heading back into the room? Are you staying there drinking, or are you going with them?
I'm going to take that guy's tankard. I'm going to take both tankards back.
Everyone's like, hey, wait! Oh, okay, whatever.
I'm gone. He's gone. He's just going to go.
Alright, so Karek's got all you guys in. He closes the door behind you. Says,
Buffer's in the door.
Oh, in the door. Come on, in the door. We got to shut the door.
He's like trying. It's a small room.
Karek closes the door and he says, alright, boss. He looks over at Tools. I'm sorry. I fucked up. Something slipped. These folks are asking about Cletus. And, yeah, just, you can beat me later, but I let it slip that we found him dead. And Tools is like, you son of a bitch. You know better than to share stuff like that. He kind of looks each one of you in the eye, kind of individually, as he kind of has the dagger in his hand, twirling his dagger around in his fingers real quick. Says, you just guys need to keep this between us. And he kind of looks at you a little more, lingers his look at Veli just a little bit longer than the rest of you guys. But yeah, Cletus is dead. We got word that he was out west of town, hanging out with the folks that aren't allowed in here anymore, and someone found him dead. There's another outfit in here not too long ago that came across him, and well, let's just say we know for a fact he's dead now. What's that got to do with anything? And Karek says, well, they're just wondering if he had anything to do with this treasury robbery. Why is that? He kind of looks over at you guys again. Why are you thinking this guy may be part of it? Just because we kicked him out?
No, we have reason to believe that he might be involved. Nira, do you have any further explanation?
Information we got from the surviving guard Burlet was that somebody who was recently kicked out rather summarily from No Mercy was involved in this heist.
Okay, so I got to ask, out of character, because I don't have my notes, how did he come about that? Do you remember?
Well, it was actually information from Helmy, if I remember right, when we were with Burlet.
Okay. Yeah, Helmy's the one that still, he has no proof of it, but he still thinks that the No Mercy Guild has something to do with it. Now, maybe I said this last time, but I'm going to say it now. I'll retcon this, that Helmy still believes there's some shady individuals of the No Mercy Guild, and they only share information when it profits them, basically. So that's where Helmy was kind of getting at, that someone from the No Mercy Guild probably knows something. Does that sound familiar to you, Robert?
Yeah, I mean, we could tell that Helmy was sort of not a fan of the No Mercy Guild, but
right.
This piece of information with the dude that got the boot seemed a little bit more than that.
Okay. Because Burlet would have shared that he saw the face of one of the guys during the attack, but he wouldn't have known that guy had anything to do with the No Mercy Guild.
Right, except Burlet did point out that the dude had a fat lip, and that he was a sorcerer type. So that much we know.
Okay, all right. All right, so you sharing that last bit of information with Carrick or Tools about what he looked like, or?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So as you kind of explain what Burlet shared with you guys, you see Tools and Carrick kind of look at each other a little bit. So there's still a few people who've got a fat lip like that, but I can name a few people maybe that fits that description, but I'm gonna need a little bit more than just someone with a fat lip before I start blabbing some names. I don't want to start some rumors that aren't true. It's not good for business, if you know what I mean.
Out of character, Tools looks like he has some huge lips, but has no lip whatsoever.
Jeez.
Tools looks like he can't control his lips, like Angelina Jolie got a hold of him or something.
I think that picture of him, he actually has a cigarette in his mouth, doesn't he? So he's kind of puckered up, maybe?
I can't tell, but it just looks huge.
Yeah, I think if you click on his token and do a Z, it'll zoom in a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's sucking on a big old stogie there, looks like. Alright, so Tools looks at you guys again. So, you got anything else for us to go by other than a guy with a fat lip and a guy that's been kicked out of the guild and is now dead?
Tools, we have a simple proposition for you. Why don't we see the records of the people who have joined the No Mercy Guild since the time of the robbery, perhaps maybe a week or two before, until now?
Why do you need to see a list of names? What's that going to do for you?
Well, you tell us which one of these names have fat lip, and maybe perhaps we can add further description to help identify the culprit.
Well, I didn't say the people I knew with fat lips were of the guild, but yeah, I guess we can sit down through the list and Helmy chimes in. Not Helmy, it's Carrick, sorry. Get my characters mixed up. Carrick chimes in, so that's a big freaking list, boss. We could be here all night. Says, yeah.
2 weeks? You have that many new recruits in 2 weeks?
Like I said, we get people in and we get people out. So half these people on the list, I'm not sure if they're even here anymore. But I guess Carrick and I can both sit down and kind of see how many we can recollect that have a fat lip.
Carrick, you are an intelligent man. I know you do a good job.
Carrick kind of looks at you with one eye. Yeah, okay, whatever. So hold on a minute. He steps out the door and he grabs the parchments off of the board, and there where everyone had to sign their name, and comes walking back in.
Well, Buckford gets another tankard off the bar.
Bartender kind of sees you coming again. Hey.
He just swaps it. He points at Valley his tab.
He kind of just shakes his head and goes back to washing another mug. So Garrett comes walking back in. This parchment book almost has about 20 to 25 pages on it. Each page probably has anywhere between 20 and 30 names on it. It's like, all right, this is just from the last month. All the new people that have signed up. Is that all you're interested in? Or do we need to go back further?
Well, these names mean nothing to us if you don't tell us which one matches description.
All right, come on, Tools. And they kind of walk back into the other office over here. Got a bigger table. It looks like a bed there, but I'm calling that a big table.
Oh, I think they like being in there.
Really?
Yeah, not a bed. It's a big table. It's more the meeting room. So they both sit down on the table, and Carrot gives Tools half a list, and they start going through it, and each one of them kind of make a little mark next to a name as they're going through there. And it's probably going to take a good 20, 30 minutes to go through each one of them. And in the end, Carrot pointed out 2 that definitely have a fat lip, and about 3 others that could have said they had a fat lip. And Tools has about 3 with a fat lip and about 6 that kind of a fat lip. So in total, what is that? That's 6 and 3, and what I said, 2 and 3. So it's 5 and 9. That's 14 different names on there.
Perhaps they're adding them together, so only 9.
You want to leave out the ones that kind of have sort of a fat lip? Just go with the definite fat lips, huh? That's cool. Whatever you want to do.
I'm wondering how many of them have left the guild.
And Tools and Carrick look at each other again and says, all right, hold on. Let me go through. Again, this takes a little bit quicker. Only 2 or 3 minutes this time. But they go through the list. Says, nope, yep. And roughly 2/3 of them are still with the guild. The other third of them, they said they haven't seen them in several weeks.
Did you notice anything suspicious about any of these names that are remaining in this list of people who have left the guild? Perhaps they appear to be part of other guilds?
Carrick just kind of smirks a little bit and lets out a little chuckle and says, well, I guess technically a lot of us are part of other guilds. And Tools just kind of gives him a dirty look, like, shut the fuck up. But I'd look at this list here. Again, if we're talking about the ones that are here, he says, he rattles off a few names. You know, I saw this guy yesterday. Matter of fact, this guy is probably in here right now. But these 3 here, again, I haven't seen them for 2 or 3 weeks. So what do you want? How do you want to do this? Do we need to send out someone to look for them, find out what happened to them? Do you want to call the other guys in? What do you want to do?
We need Jason's character, out of character, of course, with the rogue levels there to kind of schmooze these guys, I think. Without his expertise, investigational skills, I'm not sure we can get at it. Nera, do you have any ideas?
I'm coming back a lot to this guy that was found dead and the bandit group that's out to the west, and I'm wondering if maybe we need to go on a bit of a road trip.
This could be good.
Tools kind of looks over at Nera and says, road trip for what? What are you hoping to find?
Well, we need to find ourselves some bandits, and the only tip we have on where any bandits are. We're in a camp somewhere west of town. You seem to have indicated that Cletus was found dead west of town. So we're wondering if maybe we need to go west of town.
Tools kind of looks over at Carrick, and Carrick kind of nods, like agreeing. Says, "There's no need to go to that bandit camp. They've already been wiped out." I got looks over at Carrick again. All right, so you guys believe this bandit camp somehow is involved with this, right?
Correct.
Well, we believe that the guy with the fat lip was part of the bandits, yes.
Okay. So what I'm about to share with you is going to eat part of your cut. We want another 10% if I share some valuable information with you.
That makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Well,
You guys gave us the job to go and sort of help to sort out the treasury. We're giving you guys a cut already.
it's not our job.
I know that it's not your job, but we're already giving you a cut. If we're successful, you're going to get 10%. If we're not successful, you're going to get dick. So it behooves you, fancy word, to actually help us get your
Centaur jokes.
10%
I
in the
get
first
it.
place.
I laugh.
All right, so you trying to persuade him or you trying to intimidate him, Nero?
It doesn't matter either way. We'll try persuasion because the pluses are the same.
Bachford's totally raising his tankard to the joke. Nobody else gets it?
That was a good one.
All right, let's see your persuasion check then.
Oh, a spat 0. Oh, never mind.
He's like, you can say all you want. There's plenty of folks here that'll eventually take this job up. That's no skin off my back.
All right.
Listen here.
Get on the board for 2 to 3 weeks.
Victor chimes in. And as you start
Back
getting his
down.
face, you just like spit. A big old wad of spit like lands on his cheek.
Oh, I am sorry about that. Victor or Clean? Oh, hold on one moment.
Blackboard, you've been drinking. Yours is at disadvantage.
What? Alright, hold on, one more then.
And then explain to me how you're doing your intimidation, Blackvard.
Bachford's gonna. Okay, have you seen Rick and Morty?
Role play it.
Oh god. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Hey, have you guys seen that guy? I'm sorry. Have you? Where's the guy?
That was intimidating?
It's a 15. He's not that intimidating. He's drunk, okay? He's pretty sure he's lost track. He's now asking where's the guy, but I'm pretty sure the last thing we were actually asking was why weren't they helping us find out? Yeah, so
Alright, so
I went with on a 15. He doesn't really know which part of the conversation he's asking about.
wow, even with a disadvantage, you did pretty damn good. So I'm gonna do this out in the front
Oh, okay.
for him.
I thought that was not so good.
He kind of wipes the spittle off his cheek.
The belch spittle.
It's like, all right, Blackbard, calm down. All right, so 5%, an additional 5%, because without this, you wouldn't get dick. And he looks back over at Nira as he
Nope.
says that.
Straight up. Bachford points and says, "You can have part of his 5%," and points at Belly.
Belly, you care to respond to that?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Let's see.
Didn't we determine
Alright.
that Belly's only making 10% off?
Yeah, you already massively shortchanged him already.
I'm gonna cast this and make it smell like sulfur, and stare at him and say, "The hell you will."
At who? At Bogvard?
Who just told me?
Did someone here fart?
Bachford's like literally patting his drawers to make sure he didn't shit himself without knowing.
No, Valley, are you doing this at Blockbard or somebody else?
Who just said that they were
Blockbird. Blockbird.
Yeah, at Barkbar then.
Okay, so give me an intimidation. With advantage.
Prestidigitation. Roll another.
Oh man, that fart was exceptionally intimidating.
Was that with advantage?
I will smoke you out of this room.
No,
That
that's
was,
just one. Roll another.
I'll roll it again here, 'cause I didn't do.
Oh, look at that shit.
Whoa.
Alright, Blockbard. He doesn't seem to want to take any of your shit. And he's not willing to pay for the extra 5%.
What would I roll against that?
Insight.
At disadvantage because he's drunk?
Yes. Yeah, like I said.
-1. Blockford's too busy checking his drawers. He's like, all right, whatever.
You realize with -1 you could have beast anyway, whether you're doing it with a dash.
Yeah, right. Alright, so Tool looks at you guys again. Last offer. I get 5% extra cut.
I'll say pay him.
You say that to who?
I'm just gonna say it out loud.
We don't have any money yet.
It's 5% of the reward if you guys get it. An extra 5%.
Right.
Out of character, we all know this town is screwed anyway, so sure. In character, sure.
Good point.
Alright,
I'll
Tool.
say give it.
Tools is going to reach out for one handshake from one of you guys.
Blockford's gonna finish checking his drawers. He's used the same hand and handshake.
No, he pulls his hand back. Says, nah, someone other than Blockvard. He looks over at you, Nero. You want to shake on it, Nero?
Yeah, I'll shake on it.
All right.
Out of character, the reason I'm playing Blockford this way is because he's I'm kind of playing him as the reason he's getting so drunk is the only way he can be happy and not angry because he has that whole rage issue.
Mm-hmm.
So he's either drunk and kind of like ha ha ha, well, just kind of weird, drunk, right?
Yep.
Or he's angry. So that's
cool. I get it.
all right. I'm not doing it just to skimp out on role playing and just be the twerky dude out of the party. It's just
The twerky
really-
dude. Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
Blockvard
yeah,
twerking now.
no the bard, the characteristic bard character.
Yep, I'm with you.
I'm literally just he's either gonna be drunk or he's gonna be pissed off.
Okay.
And if he's pissed off right now, it's not really gonna help much.
Okay, so you guys shake on it, and Tools kind of sits down at the table and looks at each one of you, kind of puts his hands together, all his fingertips all touching each other. Okay, so I'll say it again. What I'm about to share with you doesn't leave this room, and I will know if it leaves this room. There was another outfit in here not too long ago that got involved with someone part of that bandit camp. Her name was Althera. She was a con artist, wizard type. Never was part of the guild, but we all knew of her. And they tracked her down for other reasons, and they found part of the loot that was stolen. Although the three things that Eric's still looking for, Eric being the mayor, he calls him Eric, not his first name, not his last. The three things that Eric was looking for were not recovered. However, one of the things we did recover from the outfit that took care of the camp is a list of names that he found in the camp. That list of names, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 names on it. 5 of the names have been crossed off. 2 of the names were not. Sorry, 4 of the names are marked off. 3 were not. And one of them was Cletus. His name was marked off. The others were Makara. Makara was no doubt the leader of this bandit camp. The other name that was not marked off was Althera. She's the con artist that is now deceased. The third one was Kaya. Kaya is the transmuter that works for the local blacksmith here. But he kind of looks at each one of them, but don't harass her. She was manipulated by Aethera to help her out. Her memory was wiped, so she is of little help to figure out where these things went to. But the rest of them on that list are all either believed or confirmed dead.
Including Makara?
Makara is now dead, since this outfit are the ones that took care of him west of camp and found this list of names. Also within Aethera's manor, when she, so, how should we put it? So, conveniently became deceased. We also found a letter within her possession. We believe from Makara, only signed with the M, but he's the only one on this list with the name M on it, that was blackmailing her to not say anything about the treasury robbery where he would kill her sister. Nowhere did we find the 3 items the mayor's looking for, and nowhere in this letter does it say anything about them. But the only person that's still alive right now is Kaya. If someone else is involved, their name wasn't on the list, or maybe they made the list, I don't know.
And you're telling us to stay away from Kaya?
No, I'm just telling you, don't implicate her in this. She's a good girl. Aethera used her mind control powers to wipe her memory and make her do things that she normally would not do. So, I still don't know where these items are. I don't know if anybody else is involved, but sounds like if that, you guys share with him the letter M thing, right?
Yeah, well, Makara was who they thought was, who Burlet thought was the guy that he's...
Yeah, and that's, both Carrick and Tools will share the fact that Makara did have a big bottom lip.
This makes sense to Victor.
Again, so we may think he was involved, but he's dead. From what the outfit told me, they left his body for the buzzards west of town. I don't know if Eric is wanting you guys to bring back a dead body more so than he wants his items back. I'd be willing to say he wants his items back more than anything.
Right, except if we bring the dead body back, we get 1,200 gold.
Technically, he wants the persons involved caught so he can get his things back. That's the subtext behind that, if I know Eric. But if you can give him a dead body, maybe he'll pay you. But I have a feeling if you find those 3 items, that's what he really wants. So, you guys can go have a conversation with Kaya if you want. I've already talked to her myself. Maybe you guys have some other kind of insight, powers, whatever, read minds, whatever, that are better than me. But she's the only one that I know of that's still alive. What else do you need from me?
I've got insight powers. Let's go talk to Kaya.
Alright, like I said, don't implicate her.
Just out of character, Bachbird, we kind of dropped him before we met Kaya, didn't we?
Did we drop him before we met Kaya?
I'm just trying to think if you actually would remember it, because I think that's when I switched to Curio. So that was when we arrived at the town and we kind of split up.
Were you Curial whenever Teague lost the arm?
No.
You were still Beokbard then?
I don't think I was even playing when he lost his arm.
No, because that was after Injast. That was the battle with Aethera is where Teague lost his arm.
I'm trying to think.
With the fireball.
She's the one that did the ion stones for Curio.
That was Kaya.
Yeah, it was Kaya, right?
Yeah, I thought you were asking about Aethera.
No, I'm talking about Kaya's the one that has the memory thing, right?
Correct. She's the transmuter. She's made the transmuter stones that basically made your Mesa Storms for Silith.
Yeah.
And like she made a couple other things for some other parties as well.
But she's the one we're going to visit, isn't it? Or maybe I'm getting this a little backwards. Sorry.
Yeah, Kaya's the only one that's alive on that list.
Yeah, so that's the one we're going to visit right now.
Okay.
And but Bachfred, does he? I don't think I was playing as Kirill then, so I don't think we had Bachfred then.
Let me see if I got my notes open real quick. I can answer that for you.
Yeah, Ethereal might have been from before, and that might have been Bachfred, but I wasn't playing then. Kaya though was definitely after, and that was definitely Kirill.
I'm looking at the session where that battle took place, and I don't see Blockvard or your name there. Maybe it was a session you missed. But in game-wise, we'll say Blockvard was with them.
Say again? You just got up.
I said we'll say in-game, as far as in-game knowledge-wise, that Blockvard was there during that battle with Aethera.
Okay, but he doesn't know Kaya.
He would have known Kaya from that, because that's where they found Kaya. And
that's where they found Kaya. Okay.
They found Kaya locked up in the basement, and then it's like someone cast like lesser restoration, greater restoration to kind of help unfog her memory a little bit, but she still lost like pretty much all of her memory from the past. Okay?
Okay. It's a long time ago, so it's...
Okay, yeah, I get it. Alright, so you guys are going to head over to Kaya's now? Is that my understanding?
Is this the same unfogged memory episode, or is this a different foggy memory?
Which, you talking about my foggy memory, Brian's, or you talking about Kaya's?
No, so you guys were just talking about Kaya and how she was found down in the cellar and she had memory issues and tried to unfog it. Is that from this incident?
Yeah, when Blockvard was with the group and they basically raided Aethera's house, that's when they found her, and that's when someone in the party, I can't remember who it was, cast the Greater Restoration on her to basically get her out of the mindset that Aethera was her friend and she was basically trying to protect her, and made her come back to her old memories prior to her getting her memory wiped from Aethera, if that makes sense. So from the time Aethera wiped her memory until the moment when they cast Greater Restoration, all that time is lost to her. But she remembered...
Okay, and so based on what Tools just told us, when they found the dead bandits, they looked around, they found some of the stuff that was stolen, but not these 3 items.
Correct.
Has anybody properly searched way back then? Did they properly search Aethera's house where Kaya was being held captive for these items?
Yeah, if you would have asked that, I mean, Tools and his men would have they did conduct a very thorough search of the house. And they didn't find those 3 items.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions for Tools or Carrot, guys? Or any other role-playing anything?
No, not right now.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to say it's getting close to evening time by this point, so sun's starting to go down. So as you guys walk out of the No Mercy Guild, you guys can see the sun starting to kind of set in the west a little bit. It's the walls of the city itself have kind of cast a shadow across pretty much the entire city at this point. And Kaya's, not Kaya, her blacksmith shop where she works at is basically just right outside of the No Mercy Guild. Let me switch over to the map here, kind of point that out for you guys. So back in the main map here, so basically this is the No Mercy Guild, and the blacksmith shop, I gotta move Blockbart out of the way, is technically right inside of this little building right there.
Wait, I thought we were over at like... Hold on. No, that's Town Hall.
You thought what?
That's the Smithies, this one right here. This one down here.
Oh, did I screw up?
Yeah, it's the one under
on the wrong one.
Yep.
Yeah,
it was like...
Alright, so I knew it was close, but yeah, it's just right outside there. Yep. However, as soon as you guys walk out the door, not soon, probably even before you even walk out the door, you guys can start hearing the bell tower starting to kind of ring loudly. And those of you that have been here long enough know that is basically like the the warning signal for impending danger. So as you guys walk out, you can see most of the town kind of looking up in awe at the bell tower as it starts going off, and folks on the street start kind of wrapping up some of their carts and stuff and kind of scrambling off the streets. And you see some of the guards like kind of directing traffic a little bit, and you see quite a few guards kind of making their way over towards this gate over here from your vision. Once you get out in the street over here, and you can see several guards kind of making their ways up into the ramparts as well. What would you guys like to do?
How high did you say the wall was?
40 to 50 feet in spots.
And are there guards all along the wall on the east side?
Here, let me do this. Maybe this will... Let me switch over. I think it's this one here. Let's see if I pick the right one. You may have to zoom out a little bit, because these are big maps. I think I got you guys in here somewhere. Maybe not in the right spot. Yeah. This I got you off to the left here. Let me move you guys over here.
Yep.
So you guys are all right about here. Let me do a shift click for you. There you guys are walking out of the No Mercy Guild. And you can kind of see that there's all kinds of guards. There's a lot of temple clerics. You guys recognize them kind of running out of this building right here. This is the actual Temple to Torm right here as well. And kind of making a run through the streets and kind of directing some of the town folk kind of out of the streets at this point. I'm sorry, Nero, what was your question before I switch maps?
I just wanted to know if there were guards all along the walls, because I'm about to shadow step up on top of one of those walls.
Yeah, from this vantage point, you can definitely see the walls up here, and you can see there's not real dense, but there are definitely archers up here, kind of looking out over the wall a little bit, along with some typical soldiers type as well, shields and broadswords, so to speak. But yeah, there's definitely people up along the walls, and they're all looking out beyond the wall as well.
Well, guys, what do we want to do?
I follow you, Nera.
Bachford's kind of pissed at this racket, and he just dumps the... What are these tankards that made out of wood?
Like tin or metal, brass, something like that.
He's gonna huck the tankard he's got in his hand because he finished 2 inside, and he's got the one there, and he's gonna huck it to the side, all pissed off. And he's gonna be like, "All right, boys, let's go shut these bastards up."
Meaning what?
He doesn't really know.
Okay.
He's mad at the. He knows there's the noises because there's trouble, so he's like, let's just murder these troublemakers.
Right.
Murder's an option. He doesn't know who the troublemakers are.
And as the guards are kind of running around and shouting and stuff, you can overhear him kind of telling the citizens to kind of retreat back to their homes, that everything's going to be fine, but stay in their homes and don't come out until they hear the signal again of the all clear.
Out of character, we got some choices here, guys. Are we going to stay and fight? Are we going to get the hell out of Dodge? Or are we going to go into the tavern and just have a drink? What are you going to do?
Well, he just chucked his drink, so.
Do we want me to get up on somewhere and have a look to see what's going on outside the walls?
Wow, guys.
Sorry?
It's like, wow, guys, come on, someone answering.
Bachbird is on the he doesn't know who it is, but he's in the very much the let's go deal with this.
Well, we would know. I mean, we knew from the last that the forces were coming from the north. We were told that beforehand. That's
Correct.
why we didn't go outside. We went outside around the wall, but we need to stay within the perimeter. So we know that
North
there
and
are
west, right?
bad people on the way out.
North and west, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yep, towards the woods. towards the forested areas where the sightings were.
Yeah, it was north and west, but remember when we took a tour outside the east side, there was a line drawn as to don't go any farther out this way because there are enemy forces out.
Yeah, they pretty much surrounded the entire city with those crap. I forgot what the names were called last time as well. The giant caltrops to kind of fight cavalry. The giant sticks in the ground.
Oh god, we struggled over this last time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't remember what the hell like I called them last time either.
It's not palisades. What is those things called, man?
They were
I
the
looked
tank.
it up.
Someone looked it
I
up.
swear it said just like logs in the ground is
Yeah,
about what they have.
Yeah, basically giant caltrops made out of logs. Yeah, you guys know what I mean. I think.
We know it. Yeah, the let's say fortress fortification.
Right. Yeah, so they basically placed those all around the city, even to the north and the west, but also to the south and to the east as well. Okay, what are you guys doing? Victor's going to the bathroom. He squats right there in the street.
Long time since peace. Must take break.
So Bachbar's gonna be like head for definitely the where's all the noise coming from? Racket wise?
Well, the bell tower's to your south, but
like all the guards and everything else are running nights and
well, there's a bunch of them running out of this building in both directions, kind of to the north. Let me do some arrows here. Maybe that'll help. Let me do an arrow. Show to others. So there's a bunch of them running in this direction, and there's a bunch running in this direction.
Yeah, we're closer to this exit, right?
Yeah, technically you are.
Bachbar's going for that exit.
I'll follow you.
Stairs near the exit, or I can't see on this map. Actually, I don't think there is there?
There would be off to the right.
Stairs.
Basically, whoops, it'll help if I click back my pointer instead of my arrow. But there'd be stairs going up this side of it, and there'd be stairs going up this side of it, and those are both kind of manned by some of the guards and stuff. And you guys, when you get to that point, you can see there's quite a few soldiers, militia, whatever you want to call it, archers, running into this gate and heading up here. You can see across the top, they're kind of pouring out in a line, kind of making the direction this way and this direction, kind of filling out the top of the wall there as the bell continues to kind of ring behind you guys.
Yep,
we're going to need to figure out a way. If we're going to go out, we're going to need to figure out a way to get out, because my guess is that the gate is closed, obviously, so nobody's getting in.
Yeah, actually, as you guys are making your way over towards the gate, you guys are watching as the gate it's not closed all the way, it's still partially open, because there are still some people kind of running in and out of the gate. Like there's like a 5-foot opening, roughly, that people are running in and out of, soldiers mainly.
We went out southeast gate last time. Perhaps we get out again.
It's up to you. What are you guys doing?
You just metagamed in character, just so you're.
Wait. No, I didn't. How did I metagame in character? Didn't we go out the southeast gate with him before?
Oh,
Yes,
I thought
you
you
did.
meant before when you were escaping the Jast, not before as in last session.
No.
Last session,
Last
we
session.
literally went out that exact same
And looped
gate.
around and came in the north gate.
Yeah.
You're right. Let's see if we can get out, because I'm not going to get to fight anything sitting inside here on the cobblestone.
Agreed.
Okay. So you guys are going to try to make your way through the gate? Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So as you guys approach the gate, you'll see there's quite a few guards standing there, and they kind of hold up their hands. Whoa! What are you guys doing? They're forming outside. We don't want anybody outside. We're safer in here.
We
Bachbar's
need to
gonna
go
raise
out
his
there to
axe.
kill them.
Murder.
One at a time.
I hear Bachbard interject murder in between. They're saying we need to kill them. It's like, murder!
It's like, all right, yeah, there's going to be murder, all right. if you guys go out there, you're going to get murdered. We're safer in here. And he kind of looks at you. Can you guys shoot an arrow?
Do what?
Blackbird's like, I can shoot an axe, and he's gonna raise one of his hand axes.
All right. They said, okay, that's fine. Just if you want, I've seen you guys. You guys can hit up to the top on the ramparts and just keep a watch. There's no need for you to go out and face the horde yourselves. We're not doing that here. We got the walls. And he kind of points you towards the door that leads up to the ramparts.
Where is horde thickest? Is there any area of wall that needs extra coverage?
And he kind of looks at you and he kind of peeks back through the door and says, I don't know. They just tell me that they're starting to form. And he looks out the door again. I don't see them out here yet, but they're saying they're forming.
This is a hard one not to metagame, Brian. Just FYI.
Yep, I know it.
When my DM says, you all will die in this scene. And I'm like, how can my character not die? But my character wouldn't know how to not die, so...
All right, I'm shadow stepping up onto the rampart.
Ah, okay. So he's talking to everybody, and you kind of step, I guess, over into the shadow, and he kind of looks at you, kind of side eye, and disappear. And go ahead and place yourself up here somewhere if you want.
I didn't even need shadow; it's dim light.
Ah,
so I did it right in front of him. I disappeared right in front of him.
He's like, whoa! He's like, whoa! What the? Ah, okay, whatever. And he kind of holds his hand up to the other guys. Billy, did we lose you? Are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, all right.
Here.
Your character's just way back over by the No Mercy Guild.
Oh, I was looking at the big map. Sorry.
He's waiting for free beer.
Joke's on you. Blackbird drank it all.
Alright, so Nira disappears from you guys. I'm not sure where she goes to.
Nira, throw down rope. Just guessing. Oh, maybe I should make a -1 intelligence check. Ooh, that's
Yeah.
actually a pretty good roll.
No, you haven't got a clue where she went. She just disappeared.
Nira?
No, I disappeared, but I appeared right up on the edge, right above where we were.
Yeah, but he wouldn't know to look up there with that intelligence roll. He's like, she
Oh,
disappeared.
I'm more than happy to yell down. Hey,
Okay.
boy.
You really got to
Oh,
yell.
there you are. Throw
like-
down rope.
Again, this part of the wall is probably about 50 feet tall.
Excellent. I climb walls 100 feet tall.
So Nira, you're going to throw a rope down to him?
Is there any kind of stairs or anything nearby before I
There's
make
stairs
a fool of
right
myself?
there. Just go
Yeah.
up the freaking stairs. He told us there were stairs on either side of the gate.
Okay, let's test it.
Yeah, the guard was pointing over. There's stairs here, and there's stairs here that lead up to the ramparts.
Oh, sorry, Victor pissing when you say that.
Alright, Blackbard, you heading up there too? Did we lose Blackbard? Alright, regardless.
There it goes. Yes, I was like, why is this not working? Yeah, Blackbird is heading up as well. Stairs, and he's got his trusty arrows out.
Okay. So I'm assuming each of you kind of looking out, trying to get a glimpse of what's going on. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, unless you guys are wanting to say something to each other, give me a perception check to see what. I'll tell you what you see.
Oh, that was a good one. Oh,
Probably the sneakiest one out of all of them.
yeah, when the monk gets a 9, you're in trouble.
Oh, look at Billy!
Oh my goodness!
Alright.
Lowest perception wins.
See the future.
Alright, so you guys start scanning the horizon or the grasslands. There's grasslands basically off to the west of the field. And there you're kind of looking more towards the south. The rest of you guys are kind of looking more towards the north. And everybody except for Nira will see there's a quite a ways off. Like, we're talking like maybe 1,500, 2,000 feet away. You can start seeing there's a large horde of an army and siege weapons kind of pouring out of the forest from the north and kind of making their path along the perimeter of the city itself, but making their way south. But again, the entire line of them just keeps pouring out of the forest. You don't see into it, but they're all staying within roughly 1,500 feet away, which metagame-wise, that's just beyond the reach of any of the trebuchets upon the ramparts.
So, Brian, what are we seeing? Are we seeing like centaurs? Are we seeing slotty? Are we seeing what's kind of or do we just see shapes at this
Yeah,
point?
from 1,500 feet away, you can see there's big things and there's little things, and you can definitely see the siege, the war machines. You see a couple siege towers. You can see some catapults being pulled out, and some other smaller type of construction within the actual horde itself, making its way out of the forest and south.
They're going to destroy us from a distance here.
And there's other folks, running back and forth. Archers mainly kind of pointing at the horde coming out of the forest and stuff, and see some of them looking kind of nervous, some of them looking kind of like they're ready to get in a battle. Kind of checking their swords, checking their shields, they're counting their arrows. Like some of them are kind of excited about it. You can also see from this standpoint, since you're right next to the gates right here, there are several, vats of oil that some of the folk here have started to put lumber underneath and starting to kind of start a fire, getting the oil kind of primed, so to speak, in case they come up to this area. And there are several of the temple clerics kind of making their rounds among the men as well, kind of giving them inspiration, kind of talking them up, telling them, be brave, be stout, for Injast, and they all, we're Injast! But it seems like the morale's pretty good right now. What are you guys doing next? Just watching this?
I mean, how far away are they? Like, I don't think we can really make a big difference from here. Like, I can throw my axe, but I don't think it's gonna reach.
Yeah, give me an intelligence check. No, I'm not gonna make you do that. Yeah,
I'll do it. I'll do it.
No, they're like 1,500 feet away. Long ways away.
I think I can hit the big one.
That was awesome. You throw your axe and kill your own foot.
I think I can hit the big one.
It wasn't even a crit fail. That was pretty good.
All right, so yeah, you're not sure how far they are. You're not very good with distances.
But
Blackbird's
this
still
throwing
got
of
like
the
a-
index will help him decide how good he is.
You can't see the forest for the trees.
All right, so with that intelligence check, again, you haven't thrown your axe in a really long time, so you're not sure if you can hit something or not, but it's up to you if you want to throw it.
I mean, I've got two, so. Blackbird and chop chop.
You guys watch as Blackbird's kind of got one hand over his brow, like he's really scanning the horizon, and he kind of sits back a little bit, burps, grabs one of his axes, and just heaves it out there. And you guys watch the axe, and just kind of falls to the ground.
How far away is the tree line from where we are?
Let me go back to the big map for you guys so you can see it.
it.
Let me show you in the big map. So you guys are basically standing, let me do a shift click, right about here. And all the forest is way up here to the north. Off here to the east is all grasslands, same thing to the south. So pretty much north, and then kind of northwest is where all the forest is.
Just wondering, guys, if we're going to do anything ranged, we're going to want to be a little bit farther north up on these ramparts so that we can actually pick some people off as they come out of the tree line, because you're not going to see anybody where we are now, and they're just going to bean us from a distance with their siege edge.
Yeah, you realize, after adventuring with me as long as we have been, I want to get in the fray. I do not want to be on wall. I think we go out South Gate, sneak around to encampment, and wreak havoc on their siege machines.
Victor, let's do it, because I am not ranged.
And just to reiterate, that horde you see coming out of the forest is kind of going, kind of this direction, staying within that 1,500 feet, but they're just continue to pour out of that forest. You don't see the end of it. It's probably about, you're guessing maybe 50 to 100 feet thick is the line of Horde and Siege machines coming out. Siege machines are roughly 100 to 200 feet apart from each other as they continue to kind of pour out of the forest up here.
Yeah, I mean, here's what I want to do. I totally want to sneak out that south gate there if it's still open when we get down there, if the guards let us through, or if we can sweet talk our way through. I would love to try to get a little bit further east of where this main force is kind of coming down, and then kind of hit them from behind as they're attacking in Jast.
Guys, I can help us as a group be a little bit less seen if we want to do sort of a group sneak.
Do you think we should go out East Gate here or South Gate?
Like, I'm pretty sure they just saw the axe spinning through the air a little while there.
1,500 feet. With a roll of a 1 in your intelligence, I'm not even 100% sure you saw the axe leave your hand.
He's pretty sure he hit something.
Victor, I think we should go through the south. I think there's going to be less guards in the south. Everybody's focused up north right now.
I agree.
Okay. Are you guys staying upon the top of the wall, making your way out there, or are you going back down?
Would we have any kind of knowledge that says that there'd be another staircase or some way to get down at the south gate?
Yeah, every section of where the gates are, this gate, switch to my clicker again. At this gate, and at this gate, each one of the gates have a stairway on each side of it from the inside that lead up to the top. There's none at this gate. Okay. Those of you that know anything about the military know there'd be another one back over on this wall. Each one of these towers up here to the north are going to have stairs that go up into them.
And I don't see any reason to get down at this point. I say we stay along the top edge. We kind of keep an eye out for what's going on. It gives us a better vantage point. We make our way south.
It's probably a more direct route as well because of all the buildings inside.
Okay.
Agreed.
All right. Guys, give me another perception check as you're making your way across the top of the wall there.
Oh, wasted it.
Anybody else want to roll? Or are you just going to rely on Victor to tell you what he sees? Damn, look at that.
Dude.
Damn. Even Blackvard. Give me a con save, Blackvard. I want to see if you're still drunk or not. Now that you're running around.
Con save?
Yep.
Blackvard burns 1 pint per minute.
Oh, just barely. All right, you can feel the buzz starting to kind of wear off a little bit as you're running around. Maybe stop every once in a while and take a piss. You're getting it out of your system.
I am pissing over the side of the wall.
You're not even stopping. You're not even stopping. Just peeing as he's running.
Inside where there's buildings and houses.
All right. So as you guys are making your way, across the top of the wall, I'll say it's right about here when you're walking along the wall right here, towards the gate over here. You guys will notice far off in the distance, way off to the west, you can see a similar line of horde, basically pouring out of the forest, making their way this direction as well. It's almost like a mirror image of what you guys saw on the other side. So there's basically an army pouring out of both sides of this forest, making their way south, like they're obviously trying to start to encircle the city.
Yeah, let's go south and see if we can flank them around.
Can you point out where they were again? I was too zoomed in.
Way off to the west. You can't even see them on the map. Basically, the line of folks you saw coming from on the east side out of the forest, you see a mirror image of that over on the west side of a horde coming out of the forest, making their way south as well. Again, maintaining that 1,500 roughly, linear feet distance from the city walls.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. So, Nira, I'm sorry. You said before Billy asked me the question or something.
No, I'm just saying that we definitely should head out this gate and see if we can flank. We can flank the people off to the west.
Okay. So you guys are gonna make your way out the gate, out into the grassland, right?
Yep. Well,
okay.
Yeah. I think we are, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we want to try to sneak around them to the side, or at least kind of get a better vantage from the outside the encampment, so maybe we can deal some damage close range combat.
Okay. All right. So as you guys start making your way down the stairs and you make your way to the gate, at this point the gate is starting to shut. At this point, and a couple of the guards are right there again. Whoa, whoa! What do you guys think you're doing? No one's out. No one's allowed out. We're not.
Okay.
We're not facing.
I'm gonna shadow step from the dim light inside the town to the dim light outside the town.
Again, he's holding his hand up, and you just disappear. It's like, what? Well, I don't know where your friend was, but no one's going out. We're staying in.
Wait! I see him. He's right over there. Listen, he does this all the time. I must go see him. I must bring my friends, and we calm him down, bring him back inside. No worries. This happens all the time.
He kind of looks at you, and all the people running around. He's like, whatever, dude. It's your funeral. He kind of lets you pass. Go on through.
Yay.
Blockvard, Belly, you guys following suit?
Yep, walking out.
Bachford wants to get his axe back, so.
Yeah, it fell over here somewhere, right?
Over here? Summers?
Yep.
No, down here.
All right. I need everybody to give me a wisdom check.
Oh, yeah, that's, Bachford's good at that. Bachford's
Save
wisdom.
or check, Brian?
Check.
Yep.
Woo!
Check
Man.
or save?
Check.
Check that out.
I know.
Bachford is wise.
I crit with a 19.
That's because his wisdom is -1. He has multiple -1 stats. If you can guess which ones they are, there are 2. You will win the prize.
Can you guess who the cleric is?
Alright, even with a 14, this is, again, I'm not trying to railroad or metagame you guys, but as you guys step out here, you'll notice that there's nobody else. There's no other part of the Ingest army out here. And you're pretty sure there's a reason for that. And you look off to the west, I guess even to the east. If you look to the east, you can definitely see the army. Towards the west, the wall's kind of blocking your view a little bit, but you just start to see the horde making their way around there. I mean, the odds are forever not in your favor if you want to try to take this on, but that's your call.
No, we're not trying to fight the entire horde.
Okay.
We are looking specifically for, with this super good perception. Damn it. We are looking specifically for like an opening in the south to make our way through and around to the rear guard.
Okay, so you're basically trying to circle around them?
Yeah,
Guys, I have that I can give to the group.
Okay.
Oh, that's really nice. So the idea is that yeah, if they're closing in on the east and they're closing in on the west and they're kind of making their way around to the south, we're going to try to escape out the south in the little butt crack of the encampment they're making to where we can maybe engage them once we kind of ascertain what's going on, engage them in melee range within their own ranks.
Okay. So just tell me the general direction of where you guys are heading or how you're going about this.
I think due south, isn't it about right?
I agree.
Okay, and again, as far as you can see to the south, I mean, there's some, it's grasslands, and flat grasslands until you get like, several miles south. You can start to see the mountains way, way, way to the south.
So you're saying there's no cover for us. We're going to just get destroyed.
I mean, it's rolling hills, but yeah, it's grassland and rolling hills for miles.
Is it mowed grassland or grassland?
No, it's grass. Yeah, it's mowed. They bring out the goats every evening. No, it's grassland. It's probably chest high.
Oh man, we can disappear in that shit for sure.
Okay, everybody in agreement?
We really only have 2 choices, guys. We go dead north or we go dead south, because east or west has a lot of dudes in it. So I think that we stealth out dead south and see if we can get around at least.
Okay. All right, so you did pass without a trace. Go ahead and give me a stealth check, everybody. And I guess you add +10 to that for the pass without a trace in there. Wow.
Hold on, wait. No, Bachford's.
Oh my gosh.
Oh look, Bachford is like Kronk in Emperor's New Groove.
Oh shit.
Holy fucking stealth, dude.
Uh,
What?
You're-
That's a 30 plus 10 people.
What Nira?
Hey, dude.
I don't know a Nira.
What's the general marching order, guys? Like, you guys all stand together, or someone going to go out in front of each other?
Bachford's headed this way.
Not staying with the group.
He's
Thank
looking
you.
for his axe.
Okay.
Come on.
No.
You guys stay within
Bachford-
30 feet of.
Maybe I'm gonna smack you.
Okay, Bachford wants everyone to come this way with him because his axe.
How are you trying to get them to go with you?
Well, if he just starts walking that direction, I'm sure they'll follow him.
Okay. You guys watching Nero just kind of disappears. You're not sure where. No, I'm sorry, Robert. I should know. Nira is a female or a male?
She's a female, but
Okay.
you couldn't tell because she's completely covered.
Yeah, but they've worked together in the past. I'm assuming, would she have kept that hidden the whole time, or would they have eventually figured that out?
She has her hood down sometimes, I'm sure.
Okay. All right. So Nira disappears, and Blackvard, you're kind of like going through the grass like a cat, kind of like pounce to one spot, pounce to another. You know, the drunkenness is starting to wear off of you. You're feeling at one with nature, and Belly and Victor are back here just kind of running into each other, falling over each other, and
Well, no, because Veli rolled a 16.
yeah, he did. That's right. So he's not clanking into each other, but Victor runs into him. All right, so how far are you guys going? You guys watch as Blackvard kind of starts veering off away from you guys. Are you guys going to say anything, go his direction, or keep heading south?
What do you say, guys? Are we going to follow Bogwar blindly into into the oncoming troops? Or are we going to continue to head south?
I think south.
All right, let's do it.
I'll yell at
Fuck,
Bach.
get your ass back here.
Bachford's just gonna be like, but pointing towards his axe,
There are he's
like a
still
petulant
drunk with-
child.
He's still drunk with a con 11, so there's axes to the south, Bogwar, and axes to the.
Are they big axes?
Yeah, we're going to take axes from the guys that are coming down to the south.
Okay.
Not that I'm trying to plant a seed, but you can always tell them there's horrors to the south. You'll probably go there too.
That would also work.
Horse with axes.
Bachford was drunk looking for hookers earlier. So, you guys have been dragging him around. He still hasn't gotten laid. He did get more booze, though.
All right.
Is Bach is he half orc?
He's half.
All right, so everybody's heading south, all right?
Right,
And you're going at a stealthy pace, is that right?
right.
Okay. So this lasts for 1 hour. All right, so just give me 2 more stealth checks, everybody, as you make your way south, unless you're doing anything different.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You guys are kind of bouncing around the high grass. Seems like it's working really well for you.
What? Belly got a crit fail.
Was there a reason why you rolled it twice?
That was my 2 rolls. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I told you guys to do 2 of them. That's right. Okay. All right. So you guys are making your way, and for some reason, Veli just he doesn't hunker down. He's just walking like those little games when you're a kid, the whack-a-mole. You see his head pop every once in a while, and one of the times he pops up, he doesn't pop back down. He keeps walking with his head sticking up, like he's looking around with his head on a swivel. But I guess you guys look back towards the east behind you in the west. The horde continues to kind of make the same pace. You don't see them break ranks. You don't see their speed pick up. Seems like they're paying no mind to you if they do see you. Okay. All right, so how far are you guys wanting to travel here? The full hour south?
Well, I think we're trying to get beneath them.
Beneath them, meaning what?
around on the outskirts of their line.
Okay, so over the course of the next hour, you watch as this horde continues to kind of make their way south. Again, still maintaining that 1,500 roughly feet from the city walls, and continue to kind of make a circle around the entire city. They are making their way back kind of towards your direction. That's why I asked, are you going, like, you're trying to get behind them, so you're beyond 1,500 feet is what I'm hearing, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're trying to do.
Okay. So you guys are able to deduce at this point that they're staying at roughly 1,500 feet. How far beyond that 1,500 feet are you guys wanting to go?
A safe distance.
my statement too.
We're going to rely on Nira's wisdom in regards to what a safe distance is.
How well we know that the front of their line is 1,500 feet away. We're now at the front of their line. How deep is their?
Basically, when you're up on the wall, you can really see that. From this standpoint, you really can't see how deep they are because you're on the same level. But it was roughly 100 feet deep.
So then more than 100 more feet.
So give me a number. Roughly 1,700 feet beyond the wall, 200 feet beyond them, 100 feet.
I want to be like 300 feet, man. I don't trust Silith. I want to be like 400, 500, 800, 1,800 feet past.
Who's Silith? I'm like, who's Silith?
I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Bachbard.
He's only got one more axe. Give him one more shot.
All right, so you guys can safely make your way, whatever distance that is. Right now, I'll say it's 300 feet. If you guys want to change that, you let me know. But I'll say you're 300 feet beyond the outer edge of where this horde is kind of formed around the city. And it probably takes them a couple hours total to kind of fully make the entire circle, and the two hordes kind of meet each other in the middle. And by this point, it's become nighttime. And you guys will notice that there was a moon when it first started getting dark, but clouds have now kind of rolled in. And now it's overcast. And over the course of the next couple hours, the moon even gets kind of hidden behind some of the clouds, or all the clouds that are around you guys. You guys can hear thunder. Don't see any lightning, but you can kind of hear thunder rolling in some of the clouds and stuff up above. And as the two hordes meet, again, as it becomes night, you see occasional torches being lit up as the army seems to kind of like settle in. You guys will hear all the noise of all the footfalls. You can hear like some chopping of wood, some loud shouts, growls, whatever you want to call it, and campfires kind of popping up every 40, 60, 70 feet along the outside perimeter. But they don't seem to be advancing on the city. They're kind of like just setting up camp all along the perimeter of the city. And you guys have very good views, even without the moonlight. You can still make out from the campfires and stuff below some of the siege towers and the catapults and the other siege machines that are kind of intermittent along this perimeter circle that's now around the city.
Have they begun any kind of attack? Have we seen any catapults release their loads, or have we seen any hordes move on to attack the walls or anything like that?
Give me a perception check with disadvantage. It is now dark. This is mainly for you to hear something. Anybody else listening?
I wouldn't have thought to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Victor, you can't hear anything over the basic din of the camps and all the noise that's going on there. Nira, again, it's really dark. It's hard to see. So I'm glad you rolled it with advantage or disadvantage, whatever you did there. From your vantage point, you can't tell if anything is advancing on the city. You don't see a whole lot of movement among the horde itself. It seems to be staying intact, but you can't see beyond that 100-foot depth of the actual army there, whether they're advancing on the city or not.
No, it has some. Is the moon casting any light? Is the moon out? Is it an overcast sky?
The only thing you'll be able to see is from the campfires. You can see there's torches along the edges of the city walls themselves, way off in the distance. And at this point, it's like close to 2,000 feet from you. Not quite that, but almost. So again, the moon is completely blacked out. Overcast, clouds rolled in. There's no moonlight. The only light you're getting is from like some of the torch fires and the campfires within the actual horde encampment that's encircled the city.
So if we didn't have that, I mean, we definitely need dark vision at this point.
Oh, I thought all you guys did have dark vision. Does someone here not have dark vision?
No, I believe we do. Well, I don't know. I mean, Victor does, but what I mean is like dark vision only goes to 60 feet. You know what I mean? So
right, but you can still see the campfires off in the distance, and they're kind of the light's kind of reflecting off the campfires on like the bottom edges of like the siege towers. You can see movement from that light, but you can't make anything out. If that makes sense.
No, that makes perfect sense.
Do you want me to get closer?
What do you think? Do you think it is worth it, Nero? What we need to identify is a strike point, but timing is going to be of utmost importance.
Right, but I do not think that 4 people are going to be able to stop the fate of Ingest.
Oh, no. You misunderstand me. I just want to get my blades bloody.
Well, let's go hunting.
Yes.
So you guys are going to move closer into the actual horde? Is that your intention?
No, not the way I read it. The idea is that my thing is when shit starts hitting the fan, people are going to be running forward. Maybe this is a little meta game. Maybe it's not, but people are going to be running forward to the walls. People are going to be shooting shit from afar. But there's going to be some dude staying in the back, and maybe they'll be operating some piece of heavy machinery that is hurting our city of Enchas pretty good. And I'm thinking if there was a cool, epic fight to clear that area and maybe destroys that specific siege weapon, that would be pretty spectacular.
I'm totally with you on that. Let's wait it out a little bit until they've destroyed the city a little bit more, and then when they actually go on the foot assault, then we can get in there and have some fun.
All right. I can see where this is going, so you gotta give me a sec. I gotta unarchive a map.
You might as well fast forward this.
With the city map fallen, 4 brave adventurers along the southwest side.
All right, let me take a look at this unarchived map, see if this is going to work for you guys. Hold on 1 second, guys. I was not expecting this, so...
I hope that was one of your recommendations by the group, like, break it into smaller sections.
Where'd that map go?
You're going to make me want to find that group, by the way.
Sorry, guys. When I unarchive something, it just puts it in random locations. I gotta find it in here. Ah, there it is. Let me see if this will work. Let me look at it first myself. Oh, wow, this is a really old map, but this will work. Let me do that. All right, let me get rid of all this shit that was on here.
Oh, my God. At first combat's about to begin. I gotta cement my brain. Victor cannot change. Victor is Victor. Guys, I've changed this character like 3 or 4 times since even the last session when we were role-playing it.
Okay. Not sure how big this map is going to be for you guys, but let me go ahead and move you here, and then I'll start dropping stuff in. So hold on 1 second. Shit, where'd it go? This is what sucks about having like 30 maps on your list here to choose from. Where did I put it? So just so I'm clear, you guys are sneaking up, try to get a better look or closer to the actual horde, right?
Well,
I don't know that we're sneaking up. I think that we're basically holding back until we see the horde start to move and break up a little bit as people start to realize that the defenses are down and it's time to go in.
Yeah, we're looking for opportunity strikes at this point. Like we realize that maybe our particular group's best offense against this group of people attacking in jest is to hit them like in more surprise, secretive areas during this main kind of fight here. You know, the city is going to defend. The city's we have no reason to assume that the city is going to fall. City of Ingest has been around for a long time. We've heard this. The guards have expounded on how much their defenses are kick-ass, and what we're trying to do is get a piece of the action. We're assuming the city's going to be fine, but when we start seeing things clear out in such a way that it's advantageous for us to engage, I think that's where we're going to move in.
So bear with me for a second as I start dropping stuff in here. We're going to do a theater of the mind here a little bit in a second, but it's got to drop everything that may be in here at some point. And this is going to be much bigger than whatever I put out here, so bear with me. I haven't used some of these guys in a while. Put some of these out here. Where'd you go?
So I see the bigs. What are the small?
Do not have the names on.
No, we can just see the names for the gnolls.
I like it that way. That way you can guess at what they are.
See, centaur, demon, centaur.
Can't give away the.
Like slowly kind of pinging in. No.
I'm not. The Death Knights there.
I'm not done yet.
Or is that Boba Fett?
I see Sly.
Oh, we were doing good before those guys came in.
God damn, blue frogs, red frogs.
The frogs are bad, Nera.
Oh, there's a green one. Oh, we're screwed.
Oh yeah, where's the death one? Oh, there you go.
Wait, those little ones are the bad ones?
The little ones are always the worst.
Wait, what's this thing in the back that just popped out?
Yeah, we're not going anywhere effing near that, dude. We are gonna camp out until like half of them run forward, or maybe even 3/4, because
This little dude's got some weird hand jive going on.
That was the plan at the whole time, anyway.
Y'all seen this little guy? I feel like he's the boss.
Or the
He
cannon.
looks a lot like Tools.
If I was them, I would put the cannon fodder at the front.
Yeah, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, maybe he is the cannon fodder. Maybe he's the operator of the big siege crossbow.
Or he's Mel Gibson. You know, it's one of the two. He's either the cannon fodder or Mel Gibson. It just always works that way.
No blue face paint.
We just can't zoom in that far.
All right, so take that times about, I don't know, 8 or 9 deep, and
that's real deep.
You can kind of make out most of that just from the campfire that's around them.
Wait, that's the line that we're facing?
Man, I'm not saying you're this close right now. I'm just saying as you get closer, this is kind of some of the details you're seeing right now. But it's like 8 times deeper than that.
Wish I had illusion magic to make like running naked humans to hurry these people away.
All right, guys. So what are you doing next?
You mean illusion magic like that?
Oh, that's pretty good. Illusion magic.
Are you just showing him, or are you actually doing something?
Nah, I've just shown him.
Okay.
It's only got a range of 30 feet. It's nowhere near good enough.
It's not going to work for our current situation.
I think we're still waiting, aren't we? We're waiting until the initial siege is done and people start to move in. We're gonna pick up some stragglers and maybe punch a crossbow siege engine right in the in the face.
Yeah, I mean, we need some fire. We need some fucking super tools to just disable this kind of stuff. I think that we have our drunken mindset at this point. Just all pulling off Bachvard here is that we can do some damage to this back line, but not when the back line looks like that.
I agree. Look at this. We're out of the city, at least.
I'm digging these tall grasses, man. Kind of running my hand over the top of them.
So why don't we just take out a few of their things now, and then we can go back inside the city and have more drinks?
We don't need to cast an illusion of somebody running in there. We could send somebody in there.
Bachvard, I found your axe.
Did you actually find my axe?
That weird body in the middle that we don't know whether he's Mel Gibson or Cannon Fodder has it.
So, like, Bachford's not... I don't think he's drunk enough to start going towards that body right now.
No, I agree. All right, Brian.
Yep. You just waiting for them to do something? Is that right?
Well, no. What we're waiting for is we're stealthing it up. We're hiding with our last little bit of pass without trace, and we're kind of.
Oh, that's expired. 1 hour's already passed.
Right.
Okay.
We're just seeing kind of where we're at, what's going on, kind of what the action is, and then the idea is that when these troops start to thin out, and it appears as though there is an opportunistic strike, we're going to go for it.
Okay. So you guys are biding your time until you see something advantageous, basically, is what I'm hearing, right?
Correct.
Right, because at some point, the majority of these troops are going to, on foot, storm that city.
Okay. All right. All right, so you guys sit and watch for a little bit. Again, you don't see much of them do anything, but you can hear, like, chopping of wood, maybe for campfires, or an occasional little fight or something breaks out. You hear growling or whatever. Maybe someone lets out a little yelp or a whimper. But this goes on for probably a couple hours. Again, the sky remains overcast. There's no moonlight. Campfires are still rolling. But after about a couple hours, you see that they all start to kind of form up more in, like, I wouldn't say like an organized line, but they all seem to, like, come to attention. Like, they're no longer sitting and either talking or wrestling or fighting or whatever. But they all kind of stand and kind of look towards the city as drums begin to start to pound. You're going to hear the sound of war drums, and mostly it's these little well, I say piddly, the smallest of the folks within the group kind of have drums that they start pounding on. At first it's like chaotic, there's no rhyme or rhythm to it, but eventually they all kind of start getting on the same rhythm, where it's just a constant boom, 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 and that's their war machine ready. They all stand attention, and you guys can give me a perception check.
Victor manages to resist playing the drums with them.
Yeah, that'll have been good.
Barbara's like, it's a catchy beat.
Alright, so both Victor and Nira, you'll see, yeah, Billy doesn't see shit. This is such an opposite for you, Don, with him and Osul.
So, Robert, just so you know, Don, who's playing Valley tonight, it normally plays Usul at Druid with, like, what, plus 15 perception?
Yeah, it's something stupid crazy like that.
So you guys all see the campfire slowly starting to be snuffed out. Like, all the fires start going out, and your vision of the horde itself and the siege machines beyond eventually goes black. All you can see is some of the faint torch lights on the edge of the wall. The drums continue. You can still hear the horde, beyond your eyesight out in front of you, but your vision of them just fades as the campfires all slowly get snuffed out.
Wait, all the nearest campfires are getting snuffed out?
All of them. All the campfires, all the torches are all being put out as the drums continue to beat. You can still hear the horde out in front of you.
They're about to do something.
Okay.
I agree.
How far away am I from them?
You guys tell me, how close were you getting? I assumed you were 200 or 300 feet away.
Yeah, that's what I assumed as well.
Are any of you guys wanting to venture closer than that?
No.
Okay. All right. So you guys continue to wait.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast a insect plague on their on top of
What's the range on that?
300.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, I like it. So we're far, like 5 times further than our vision. You see some flickering campfire, and you're like, "That'd be a fun insect plague spot." And I agree with you.
Yep.
All right. So you're going to cast insect plague. I guess it's farthest distance, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, because I generally knew where they were before they started putting their campfires out. I'm just gonna right in like center mass of one of their line.
Okay. All right. So again, you cast this, and you watch as the insects kind of leave your staff or your hands. I'm not sure where it originates from, but it leaves, and it goes beyond your vision. And then a couple seconds go by, and you start hearing a bunch of people kind of screaming and fighting and stuff. And then that goes on for, how long does this thing last? Does it say how long it lasts?
Looking right now.
1 minute, 10 minutes.
You should have a duration on it. Okay.
Up to 10 minutes.
Yeah, for that
And
full.
then
Go ahead.
I was gonna say they spread out from the point where I put it. They spread out from that point.
Yeah, it's like 20-foot radius, right?
Right, but nothing ever came from me.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. So again, you hear all this noise and people screaming or yelling. You even hear a few. I didn't put them in there, did I? Yeah, they're in there. You hear a few human voices actually screaming something in common as well. And that goes on for about 5-10 minutes, and then goes back to the normal din of the horde there.
We hear.
Drums are continuing to beat. That same rhythm. At times it seems like they beat faster. Other times they seem to kind of slow down.
Brian, I need you to imitate the drum beat.
Dun 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 dun.
I knew you could do it.
Dun 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 dun. A Blackbird starts playing one of the drums.
That's not Blackbird.
Pretty close. Pretty close. That's good.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was like, wow, is that like you bring up some kind of thing on the jukebox? That's pretty good.
No, that was just my hands.
All right, you guys still continue to kind of watch and learn, or what, anything else?
I don't think anything's indicated that pile of baddies is less of a pile of baddies yet at this point.
I agree with you, Robert. I'm not going anywhere near that shit.
I wanted to throw a fireball at one of the siege engines, but then I realized that actually comes from the tip of my finger.
Brian,
I
I
was
would like
like,
you to remove 3/4 of all of these enemies that we see on the screen, and then action will happen on behalf of the PC.
All right, as you guys continue to watch, give me a perception check. It's going to be relatively low DC, but give me one more perception check.
Oh, yeah.
Relatively low.
Man, as soon as you're sober, man, you got this.
I know.
Mostly sober.
Well, Billy's like down looking at his navel, trying to pick some lint out of it. The rest of you guys will see again. You can see the city walls. the torches on those are way off in the distance, but you see like several large flames kind of erupt along the edges of the wall, the top of the walls. And then all in unison, you hear the entire horde in front of you start to scream and yell. And it sounds like the screaming is getting further away from you as you hear the footsteps and the sound of siege machines being rolled on the ground are starting to go away from you.
Victor holds out his hand to fist bump Nera.
Yeah, returns the fist bump, and we start moving forward.
Moving forward, maintaining your same distance, or you're trying to gain on them?
No, to maintain the same distance between like the onrushing group and where they're at currently.
Yeah, no, sorry, I'll say again.
No,
Are you gaining on them or not?
We're not trying to get closer to them.
Okay.
We're just trying to move forward with along.
The siege engines, if you would.
Okay. The siege engines are probably, well, you guys can't see from this distance because it's pitch black now, so you have no idea where they are. All you can do is you can hear them within the din of the actual horde itself moving away from you. Okay, so go ahead and give me another stealth check with advantage because it's getting loud out here. This is more so for you to just kind of stay out of sight than anything.
Oh, that was a good one.
Oh.
Bachfart, stop puking. It's over here.
Where's my axe?
Alright, so you guys are making your way up there. Bachfart is kind of, again, he's bouncing around from spot of tall grass to spot of tall grass. And one time he jumps, he doesn't realize, and he runs right into Veli. And he's like, "Ooh." What are you guys doing as a reaction? Real quick. You guys all hear?
Bump into Veli?
Yeah, you heard him bump into Veli.
Tackle him to the ground.
Tackle who to the ground?
Not Veli.
Alright, roll initiative, folks.
I was like,
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to do this at random. Because not all of them.
oh, I forgot to take my token. What the hell's a 13.2? Ooh, Belly. Wow.
No, 13.2 is good.
Right? Jeez.
Belly's decided not to fight.
Nice, Veli. Hey, you got it out of the way, dude. Don't worry about it. That's a good sign.
I hope I'm getting them all out of the way.
Can you add
Listen.
Bachfart there? He got a 19.
Listen, I rolled an 18. That was supposed to be my attack.
Okay, I need to add Bachvard, you said?
Yeah, I forgot to click the token first. He's
Okay.
at 19.
19?
Yeah, he's a 19.
Okay. Anybody
I
else?
didn't click either.
Need Nira as well.
How did Bachvard get a 19? I'm calling.
With a 1 initiative. Oh, same as you.
Come on, Nira, I'll add you in a second. And you had what for Nira?
13.2.
13.
13 for Nira?
0.2.
13.2. Alright, so let me pick at random who's coming back. I heard the noise.
Hey, at least it's not the little guy.
That big two-headed green guy needs to stay away. What?
Alright, let me move you guys back a little bit so I can separate what is coming towards you versus what's beyond you.
Agreed.
Move yourself back, guys. Alright, so it's basically these for now. And where'd my other one go? Oh yeah, that guy.
Hey, Bachvard, you pussy, get up front.
They can't see us yet, though, right? Just me? I thought they couldn't see us yet.
No, they don't. You don't even see them yet. Because again, it's dark vision, but eventually you are going to see them. So now I got to roll freaking initiative for all these guys. 1 second, please.
Brian, we gotta figure out a snap to center that's gonna work.
Okay, who else am I missing? This one? I don't think I've done that one yet. Alright, so I think everybody's in there. Sort. Alright, you guys all see that? You can see the turn order or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so everybody kind of, I guess, fell to the ground. I think Victor tried to knock Blockbar down, but you guys can hear footsteps moving closer. Again, this grass is still, about chest high for most of you guys. You guys can hear the footsteps coming towards you, and you hear grunts and shouts in some language you don't understand. I'm assuming nobody speaks Knoll here. Is that correct?
Is Knoll a subset of Goblin or Kobold? Or Orc?
No. All right. Random searches for these guys. Holy shit. These guys can't see shit. Give me a stealth check for everybody to see how well they do.
I'm going to roll mine with advantage because of my...
Okay.
Didn't make a difference.
That's a good one.
And you guys are in that exact marching order? Correct?
Sure.
Yep. We can put Victor out in front.
No. Too late for that.
Victor just tried to jump on top of Bakvard.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, that's true. So Victor is same level as Bakvard. That works.
All right. So Victor, all you guys hear a scream. What's the distance here? This is dark vision, so those of you with dark vision will be able to see this. Where's my distance thing? Oh yeah. You guys can all see as this red one over to the right kind of points in the direction of where Victor is.
I would like to make everyone aware that they have 12 temporary hit points if they were in the inn when Victor did his drumming solo.
Alright, and the two Slotty come running up first. And they're looking at Victor, but as they get closer, they're like, oh, looky here. And they're all going to take turns at beating the shit out of you guys. So, let me get this guy.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta get all the character sheets up. 1 second, guys. Should have had this up before, I apologize. I wasn't sure if and when you guys are going to actually get in a fight. I'm assuming a 13 does not hit you, right, Victor?
Correct. Victor's natural armor class is 18, and if it looks like he's going to get hit, he will enact the shield to increase it 23.
All three of those are at you, Victor.
I see a crit fail.
And then the other guy is going to... He's going for Victor as well. He's the first one you saw. Because Victor is loud and got his butt sticking up in the air.
Miss.
23?
Oh, the last one hits regardless, so the last one bites for 13 piercing on Victor.
So these two, over 10 foot tall, giant toad looking things, I'm not sure if you guys have seen these before or not, come rushing up through the grass, and they both kind of come slamming down into Victor with their claws. Do you have a shield, Victor? Or what do you have?
Victor has temporary hit points, so literally this attack of 13 damage takes off 1 actual hit point.
Right, but do you have a shield, or are you fighting stuff off with like a sword, or what do you have in your hands?
No, he's got a great sword. He's got some magical splint armor, and he's got he does not even attempt to deflect that blow. He takes that blow, but the effect that he did earlier of his what is it called? The Inspiring Leader.
Mm-hmm.
His bonus temporary hit points are reduced to 0, and he takes 1 damage.
Okay. And you guys all watch these two giant red toad-looking things just coming up and pounce on the Victor. I mean, arms are flashing. You see these giant claws coming down, and Victor's kind of rolling around and kind of batting him back with his great sword. But one of them kind of leans in once with his fangs and kind of sinks right into his shoulder. Doesn't seem to do a whole lot of damage, but it does find its mark. And now it's Bakvard. Your turn.
Woo! Alright, so, which one's sunk into Victor? The one on the left or the one on the right?
The one on the left.
The one away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do I got here? Oh, do. Is this magical? Hold on. Reach, heavy, 200. Let's say the magic. Alright, I'm gonna swing at the one right next to us. And as I oh, hold on. Okay, I'm not familiar with. I don't remember the rage thing.
The rage thing you have to do is a bonus action.
Yeah, so bonus action to rage. And do I have 2 attacks?
I think he does.
Yeah, it doesn't. He doesn't actually. It's not actually in the sheet here for some reason though. Oh. Okay, well, no, he's so 2 attacks. It is Abalishu.
Haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah.
So it's 13 plus a d6 because you activated it.
If it hits, yeah, it'll be plus a 1d6.
That definitely hits.
So that's 1d6 magical, right? Because it's frost.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. 1d6. Boop. 5.
Okay. So as you call out your magical glaive and you slam into it, you see it kind of rear back, and then your glaive kind of sparkles a little bit. You see ice kind of shatter out the edge of it. And you see the thing kind of lean into it as he looks down. And a little bit of like saliva or blood or something from his mouth kind of drips as he almost like he's smiling at you.
Oh, he's got disadvantage on his next hit. Attack at least. And I'm not... Whack him again!
And that second one finds its mark as well. For a whopping 4 points.
Wait, what? 4?
I'm sorry, that was me. I was.
Oh, sorry.
No. I'm 14.
Okay, sorry. I saw Veli's down there. My fault.
Yeah, I was like, what? 4?
That's a 14 points. Alright, that finds its mark. You see it kind of rear back a little bit, and it's reaching up one hand. I guess getting ready to come back down on you. What else?
He's gonna flank it.
Alrighty. That's it for Bakvard.
That is it for Bakvard.
Okay. From that vantage point, Bakvard, give me a perception check as a free action.
Free action, perception. Beep.
Okay. Good to know.
Thanks.
Alright, Victor.
Victor, seeing Bakvard move hard to the east, will travel north between monsters. All right, so no attack of opportunity there. He's gonna just kind of maintain the fact that he's within their grasp, but he's gonna flank that one on the right between him and Bakvard. Brian, does that give any kind of advantage or no?
Yeah, we do flanking rolls.
Do you do like optional flanking rules? Dude, I played with you
Yeah.
forever.
Yes.
Never had a character who's been melee.
Yes,
So
you
I've
get
never
advantage.
played- Oh, this is incredible. All right, Victor will for this first round here, because it hasn't happened yet. He will do a command word to cause his greatsword to become flaming,
Okay.
and then he's going to do
In
one
the waist high
attack.
grass.
One attack versus the slotty between him and Bakvard. The first attack hits at 22, second 27. So 27, 13 slashing, 6 fire damage.
Okay, for the first one, 13 and 6. And the one that Bakvard already hit, right? Because you got him flanked, correct?
Correct, right between the two.
Okay. So as your flame erupts and you slam it into the Slotty, you see it kind of rear back a little bit from the cut, kind of slices open his chest a little bit, and as it do, you watch the flame kind of burn through it, and you see it kind of sizzle as the blade goes through it. You've used this blade before. You were expecting a little more damage from that fire than what you just saw out of him, but it does burn him a little bit, but not as bad.
Now with his feet, oh, you know what? Shit, damn it! I'm sorry, Brian. I used the wrong attack.
For which one? The 22 or the 27?
Well, so Green Flame Blade, the idea is that these attackers are both within 5 feet of him.
Mm-hmm.
So it does an extra 5 damage to the first target. And the second target takes 7 damage.
How's that calculated? That's somewhere in here. I just don't see it.
Yeah, it's in the text.
I see a 13 and a 6. That's why I'm just questioning.
Yeah, you have to
Look in the
read up
write-up.
there. The melee attack deals extra damage of 4 fire damage to the target.
Okay, so you said 5 though. Just tell me what the damage is. I'll trust you. So this one here, how much more damage do you need to take from that green flame thing?
If we had advantage, I'll just go with the top. So 4 plus 6 fire is 10 to the first.
Hold on. I already did the slashing. I already did the fire. That's showing on your roll. What additional damage did you take besides
So
that?
then it's 4 more fire damage.
Okay, 4 more fire damage. Okay.
Yeah, but and here's the thing. This is where he's using a spell.
Okay.
So that fire damage, he has a feat that doesn't that counteracts resistance. So if it happens to be resistant to fire damage, it takes full damage.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants. All right, so it took full fire damage in. I got that. Okay, now the second one. I haven't done that yet. So you took 13 slashing and 3 fires, or addition to that one too, or not?
I'm just looking. Yeah, he only did 1 attack.
He only gets 1 attack.
Well, he did Green Flame Tongue on the first guy. That was the first attack advantage. And then the next attack, he's going to do just not a flame, not
green flame.
Not green flame, but just regular attack.
Okay.
And it's going to do 8 slashing, 8 fire.
Okay. And is that bypassing resistances just on the green flame attack, or is it anything after that?
It's up to you. So what I included here is your feats. So he's got that elemental adept, but I don't know that applies to his magical weapon.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna roll on the fly here, just so I'm not reading a bunch of stuff. That green flame, that one is what resists the that attack is what resists the fire
Correct.
resistance.
Correct.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Okay. All right. Anything else for Victor then?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, so both of them slam into this guy, and you see it kind of rear back a little bit. It's got one hand up, like it's getting ready to attack Akbar, but its head's turned towards you as you kind of slash into it. Okay, Gnolls are up next. These little guys. They're keeping their distance, but they're kind of circling around to this side over here. And they are going to loose some arrows. Oh, also, Victor, as you slam into this thing with your flame blade... One second, please. Where are you? Now that one will do. You start catching some of the grass on fire as you slam into it. And
Grass on fire is good.
And you too can give me a perception check if you want as a free action. Okay, good to know.
Brian, if it's up to me, I'd like this grass to be green instead of brown.
This is fall. So yeah, this is all going to be like very dry, very yellow grass. Alright, so the two gnolls off to the side over here, and they're both going to be shooting for the guy on the end over here with longbows.
Nera.
Neither of those.
Nera.
Okay. And then they'll kind of move back a little bit through the grass. As far as they can go, I'll say roughly right there. Okay, Nira, you're up next.
All right, I'm going to punch the crap out of the red guy in front of me.
Okay. That hits. That's 7 points of bludgeoning damage, right?
Yep, that's right.
And all your attacks are magical, right?
Wait
Yep,
for
they
the
are.
first hit.
And that's my second hit.
And he kind of pulls up a claw at the last second, knocks your arm out of the way as you try to strike into it. Your first one does find its mark, and it kind of grunts a little bit, but turns its head towards you. Definitely got his attention now.
All right, I'm going to use my bonus action for and 1 key point for 2 flurry of blow.
Okay. Damn, yeah, those both hit. So 8 and 7, 15 more.
And I'm going to spend as no action. It doesn't cost me an action. That last hit is going to be a stunning strike, which is going to require a save on his part.
Is that a con save
DC
or?
15? Yeah, it's a con save, DC 15.
Oh, look at you! Aren't you just a Mr. Fancy Pants?
So he is stunned until the end of my next turn.
Okay. Is that considered a magical effect? It's not, is it? I'll say it's not. Okay. Anything else in there?
Nope, I'm going to stay. I'm not going to give him the opportunity. Oh, you know what? It's a good question. I've got a really good armor class. No, I'll stay where I am for now.
Okay. 1 second, please, while I do some rearranging here. Alright, next up is this guy. Crap, I should have had his... It's this one. Character sheets. Yay! Gonna have 8 character sheets open. This is fun. And this guy, I think, has a charge attack. Yes, he does. He's going to charge forward through the grass. You guys all hear the sound of hoofs running through the grass. This guy kind of runs towards Blockvard and drops his pike in his direction. And Blockvard, as he bears down on you.
Oof. That hits and removes my temporary hit points.
And there's a little bit extra for that. They didn't roll for it. So let me do this for you. Because he's charging towards you. So you get a little bit extra on that one. Plus that. As he slams his pike into you. And give me a... What is it? Give me a strength check, Blockvard. Okay, and you are knocked prone. So go ahead and move your yep. And now he's going to try to slam onto you with his hooves with advantage. So that's once, twice.
He gets me at the second one.
So 10 more points of bludgeoning damage as his hooves slam into you, as you're now underneath this giant horse man.
There's just never mind. I was like, which part of his genitals are covered?
Let me check. Whoops, sorry, I gotta check this guy's distance.
You have to roll for it. Anthony, just give me a D4 roll. 1 to 2, you're fucked.
Okay. Alright, same thing for you, Vera. You see another one come roaring out of the grass, charging towards you. You see a pike coming straight for you. And I'm assuming that misses, right?
That's a miss.
Okay, but he's going to follow it up with a hoof attack as he runs right up to you. I'm assuming that misses as well.
Yeah, I deked that out. I faked left. I went right.
Okay. All right, that's it for him. And I got the archer. Yeah, another character sheet open. Oh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. He's going right for Blockfire, right in the middle. And they get 2 of these. Does that one hit? 19 or 22? On Victor, not Blockfire. Victor.
I was like,
On Victor.
Victor would enact his shield at that point and absorb those damage.
Okay. So both the arrows miss. He's going to take a step back and yell something. Anybody here speak Sylvan?
No.
don't think so.
Okay. Okay, and that's it for the archer. Oh, look, bad guys are still up. This one.
Brian, I deducted a point of the spell casting from Victor.
Okay. All right, good for you. All right, this guy is going to stand there. You see him pull out I think he's got a longbow. Let me check his sheet real quick. But he yelps something. Yip. Barks. Loudly. Back towards is behind himself. And then he's going to pull out his longbow. Not trying to railroad you guys, but shit's about to get thick. That one's at Victor as well.
It got super thick. Victor sidesteps it, kind of shinks it off his butthole, and maneuvers.
He bends over, and then
Shinks
that
off
one.
his
Oh no!
That one goes right up his pooper.
Oh, he went over to chink it off his butthole, but the second attack was true.
So it's not 7. That's going to be additional 8 because I don't have his character sheet set up for our critical rules. So it's a total of 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage. Victor has learned his lesson.
All right, so that's him. On his turn, he's going to run up here. Hear more yipping beyond your vision. You hear more yipping and yelling. Okay, but they don't. All right, next up is this guy. Oh shit, yeah. I should have been checking out his options a long time ago. I actually reached out to Diddy see if he wanted to play a bad guy tonight. Tonight would have been a really good night to have a guest monster. Oh, what the hell is he going to do? Lots of choices, lots of choices. Sorry, guys. He's got a lot more options to choose from, so I got to look this stuff over. Nope, don't maximize on me. Nope, can't do that yet. Alright, so I'm gonna stand over here. You guys, most of you guys can't even see him. Is beyond, well, is he beyond your sight? Let me see how far away he is. Switch to my snap. Oh yeah, you guys can see him. You see his hands kind of rise up in the air, and a little ball of flame forms in his hand, and he flings it right here towards Victor again.
Is it a deck check?
No, these are just attacks.
Okay. Victor's temporary AC is 23.
Okay, so neither one of those hit. However, all the grass all around you is now on fire. Now you can give me a dex check because you are surrounded by freaking fire. Okay, you take half damage of... Take 3 points of fire damage. As all the fire around you, all the grass is starting not catching on fire all around you. Okay, and that's it for his turn. Veli, you're finally up with your whopping 2.
Alright. I'm going to use my Wand of Wonder and point it at the red guy directly in front of me.
He's stunned, don't forget. If you hit him, he's not going to be stunned.
then I'm going to aim it right at this guy, the centaur next to him. And that is my Wand of Wonder. Let's hope it works correctly.
Okay. Wand of Wonder. That worked really good for Porto.
Okay.
Oh, you weren't there for that. Porto set an entire apartment building on fire and killed a bunch of women and children with his Wand of Wonder.
That happens sometimes.
Are you looking for the thing to roll?
I was actually clicking on it, and it's not. It was doing more while I was playing with it there.
Is it my macro, or is it something you got in your character sheet?
I pulled it over directly in from Roll20.
I didn't know it had something I could roll on. Let me roll on mine? I think I created a macro for it. If I can find it, I think I still have that. Whenever Porto was using it, let me check. There we go. How about that? I'll put it in bar. There you go. You guys see that, right? I didn't whisper that to myself, did I?
Nope, I see it.
And you're pointing that at this centaur right here?
That is correct.
Okay, now I gotta look that up. I think that's a save, is it not? That's unfortunate. This thing doesn't show the actual spell.
I can click on it. I have that spell.
Let's see if you do that first or if I find it in here first. Go ahead.
There you go.
Concentration. Not if it's from the Wand of Wonder. I'm gonna rule it's not concentration.
Got it.
Ooh, 40-foot cube. So it's not just him. It's a wisdom save. And does that wand tell it what the DC is? If it does not, I'm going to say it's 16.
Doesn't say.
Okay, I'm going to say it's 16. So I need the Centaur, Nira, Veli. I'll let Veli and Nira do it with advantage. Since this is from a Wand of Wonder, I'm not going to rule that you can pick and choose who it affects, which is going to be everybody within that 40-foot cube, which will, again, Veli, Vera, the Slotty that's stunned, and the Centaur, Grunt.
It's DC 15.
Oh, it does say it in there?
Yep.
Okay. What did I say? Wisdom is what I said? Okay, so that's him, and the red Slotty. That's the green one. I want the red one. Okay, also need Nira and Veli. Do the same thing. Or wisdom saves. Alright, so the red Slotty failed. So it's -2 to his AC, dexterity saving throws, blah blah blah. Can't use reactions. Okay, just remind me of all that shit when it comes to their turn, if you would, Don. Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay, so we add another little mark on them. Alright, anything else from Veli?
I got, I'm going to use 2 spell points and to twin this spell, and then an additional one to do it as a bonus action. I'm sorry, that one's an additional 2.
Additional to what? I'm
Okay.
sorry?
I can use spell points, and so I can cast it at as a bonus action. Costs a spell point per level.
Okay.
And then, I'm going to twin it as well, which is an additional 2. And I'm going to cast it at Bakavard and Victor.
Is this a cantrip?
No.
Okay. You can't do 2 actions like that at the same time unless you have 2 attacks.
Right, I can't. Dang it. Okay, I'll just do a plain old firebolt at the centaur. Sorry.
And is it a bonus action to do that?
Yeah, because it's gonna. I'm gonna use up a spell point to do it as a bonus action.
Okay. Alright, I'm with you. Alright, so firebolt at which one? The Centaur?
Correct.
Yeah, that hits. Slams into him. 15 points. And so he takes the full brunt of that right in his chest. You can see the fur kind of sizzle and bellow out beyond him. And since that was a firebolt, you guys are just catching this whole freaking field on fire. So a portion behind him catches on fire, which will also be bad for him and whoever else. Okay, anything else for Veli?
I'm going to meander back this way a little bit. And that's good.
Okay. If you back up, well, he's stunned, so he can't get you. You lucky bastard.
Any load.
All right, everybody give me a perception check. There you go, Veli. Now you feel better?
I do.
Victor, you going to try to see if you can see or hear something? Did we lose Victor?
Should be here still in Discord.
Okay. All right, well, Veli and Nira, you guys both hear the sounds of catapults launching, beyond your vision, your dark vision, off in the dark. And a few seconds later, you hear like a crashing sound up closer towards the city as well. And then a few seconds later, that'll be your next round. So you guys hear the sounds of, well, you're assuming it's catapults firing or launching. Okay, and you also hear the sounds of more hooves, foots, falls, whatever, kind of making your direction as more shouts and yips and yells are beyond your dark vision. Okay, and red guys are up. This guy's stunned. Now, is this stun thing, that's automatic. He doesn't do a save or anything, right, Nira?
No, well, he failed his save, and he doesn't get another save attempt. It lasts until the end of my next turn.
Right, okay. All right, so he's still stunned, so he's going to be standing there going, "Aah," as the fire's around him, and he's going to automatically take a little bit of fire damage. You see him standing there in the fire, and just, like, his foot's kind of smoldering a little bit as the fire around him starts to grow a little bit more. Oh, yeah, it's top of the round, so this stuff grows a little bit. But he takes a little bit of damage. And then this guy is going to look all around and see his dumb friend standing there. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Blockvard. He turns towards you.
Who's nice and prone. Wait, which one's this? The red one?
Yes. So there's
So
this.
you're aware he has the frost. He has disadvantage on his next attacks, right?
So it's a regular roll since you are prone. So 14.
Negative.
And then his second one, again, a regular roll. Was it just on his next attack or his entire turn?
Hold on. I think it's just the next attack.
That's what I thought as well.
Takes 1 defrost on next attack. Yep.
Okay, so that one, I'll get this one with advantage since you're prone, so one more. There you go.
Yeah, that one.
There's 16 points of slashing. And then he's going to bend down there and try to bite off your leg. Oops, wrong one. How about that one?
No dice on the bite, but I will lose 16 on the claw.
You can take the first damage if it hits. I just rolled it twice because he gets advantage since you're prone.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, so just 13 more if it does hit.
No, the claw. The 16 for the claw.
Yep. And then the bite. I'm assuming a 16. If a 16 hits, that's 13. If a 16 doesn't hit, I'm assuming a 21 still hits, and I'll use the 13,
Yes.
the first damage.
Yep. Whoop. Bachford's he's not sobering up because his blood alcohol content is not enough blood anymore.
It's all alcohol now. Need to pee again? Alright, so he slams into you once with his claw and then reaches down into you and kind of bites into you a little bit. He's got a hold of you right now and he's looking at you mainly, but Victor's right there next to him. That's it for his turn. Blockvard. Now it's your turn.
Bachford needs to expend his movement to stand up.
Half his movement, yep.
His movement. Bachford is Let's see. Where? There it is. Okay, Bachford's, this doesn't click out. Okay, well, Bachford's he's a little messed up. He's getting a little reckless. So he throws aside his concern. I can decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength during this turn.
Yep,
So,
and
but
attacks
attack
against
rolls
you have advantage as well. But go ahead.
until my next turn. Yep.
Yep.
So he is going to pound on this slotty. And how many times is I can do this? Oh, I have to click on the scrolling thing. Uh, stop clicking. Sorry, hold on. Bing. Yep. So Abalishu, and I'm assuming that hits.
Does that roll with advantage?
That should be rolled with advantage, actually, right? So hold on.
Just making sure, because if not, you roll again. Make sure you see if you get a crit.
Boop.
Okay. All right. So the first one does hit, and you did the magic word, right?
So 1d6. Yep. Another 4. And one more. At advantage is a 25. And Abali Shoes. That's the last time we could do that, I think. And roll 1d6. Poop. On that slot. Yeah.
Yeah, so you slam into him twice. As he kind of rears up after you bit into your leg. You stand up and kind of slash him up underneath his armpit. Kind of rears back a little bit, and you bring it back under, and you stick it right into his gut. And both times it kind of explodes with that ice and the crystals all around it, and you see it kind of writhing in pain. It's hurt pretty bad, but he's still standing over you.
Okay, and I'm back up, and I can't disengage, but I. What is this? Yeah, no, it's things that he doesn't want to. So, I was gonna say that was the 2 attacks. The frenzy as a bonus action. You can go into a frenzy when you rage. If you do so for the duration of your rage, you can make a single melee weapon attack as a bonus action on each of your turns after this one. So yeah, he's pissed off. He's raging.
Can you do that as a bonus action as well, even though you attack twice? Okay, just making sure.
That's what I'm trying to figure out here, actually, because it doesn't actually say in here.
I'll allow it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so
You're
he's
good.
getting pissed off.
So you're frenzied. Yep. Just remember that.
Yes, which
Okay.
allows me to do a 3rd attack.
Okay, is that it for Bachvard? Or are you going to attack one more time, right?
Nope, that used the bonus action to frenzy him, so on the next turn he can.
Okay. All right, Victor. See Bachvard standing up, slamming into this one. The other one's standing over there kind of dazed. 2 centaurs that come running up here. A knoll has shot a couple arrows at you. What are you doing? Oh yeah, there's fire all around you. Victor? Did we lose Victor?
Let's go up see. Let's see. Valley was away.
I'm back.
No, we're waiting for Victor. Rand.
Something happened.
Is he in Discord?
He's in Discord, but his Discord has gone to sleep mode.
Street mode?
Sleep mode.
Oh, sleep mode.
Idle.
Alright, so I'll let him come back to his attack if and when he gets back. But for now, I'm going to skip him. And the gnolls are up. So, there. So, Theory of the Mind, these guys are all staying back, but they all have bows. So they're not actually this close to you. They're, at least 100 feet back, but they're still shooting. Now they can see you all fairly well with this big flame right here. And let's see. Let's take turns. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It's going to be 2 going at Nira. If I can find the right character sheet. Oh, sure, the one in the back. 1, 2 for Nira. Wow. They just don't want to hit you for some reason, Nira. And then there's going to be two going at Veli. I'm assuming that 19 hits you, Veli, for 3 piercing damage.
Yep.
2 more at Victor. I don't know what your AC is right now, Victor, but when he comes back, he got a 19, so that may hit him.
His AC's 18 and he has a shield.
Okay, so if that shield's still up, then it misses him. Alright, next we got 4 more. So 2 more at Bakvard.
Ugh.
And 2 more at Bakvard, since you just have to be on that bad side.
The 2 + 5 hits me. And the rest don't. So 7.
A 3rd one at Bakvard.
That one misses. Defenders and ties? Attackers and ties.
That's glancing blow, half damage.
Right.
And the 4th one's going towards Victor. 2 shots. So 8 more points of damage for Victor. And that's it for the Gnolls. Nira. Arrows come flying at you. You can hear more grunts and yips and shouts beyond the dark. Got flames all around you. What are you doing next?
I think we're too clumped up, so I'm going to run over to Mr. Knoll over here. You're going to get an opportunity attack with that centaur, I'm assuming.
Yep, that's correct. Just got to find the right freaking character
Centaur
sheet.
is slowed. I don't think you can get it if it's slowed.
Yeah, it doesn't have reactions, as I recall, right?
I think that's correct, yeah.
Yep, that's correct. Slow, I don't get reactions. So no opportunity attack. Lucky you, Nira.
All right, I'm going to punch this Knoll twice.
Yeah, and he's about 100 feet away. Do you have that much movement to get to him?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize he was that far. Hold on.
Yeah, remember I said theater of the mind this a little bit. I don't want to move them all the way off the map, but they're staying about 100 feet away. So if you want to retcon that, move back where you were before, do something different, that's your call.
How far away is this dog dude that's on the other side of the fire?
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't see you ping. Which one are you talking about? Yeah, that's real distance right there.
All right, I'm running up to the dog dude.
Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming you got enough movement to get around the fire, not running through
Yeah,
it. Okay.
I got 50. I got 50 movement.
Yeah, you're a freaking monk. Alright, so you see him kind of shriek as you come closer. Kind of drops his longbow. Damn, look at you. Both those find their mark. Kind of yips and yelps. But from this vantage point, you can also see, with your dark vision, there are more coming your direction. Anything else, Nira?
Yes. I'll do. I'm gonna hit him twice again with. Hold on. All right, I'm going to shadow step 60 feet away.
Okay.
And he can try to attack.
Do they get an opportunity attack when you shadow step?
That's going to be it. That's a ruling for you because when I looked it up, some people say they do and some people say they don't.
No, I'm gonna rule it like Misty Step. Man, when you disappear out of that, then there's no opportunity attack.
All right. So then I have disappeared and reappeared 60 feet away on where the.
Okay. All right. So you just need dim light there, right?
Correct.
To do that. Okay. With this flame right there, how far away is that? Roll me a d20, Nira. Just I want to see if you're just on the edge of dim light. This is a random. Okay. I'll roll okay. It was dim enough to kind of sidestep and then disappear and then go back over here. Okay, anything else for Nira?
Well, I had more movement available. I could have moved 10 feet to the left and then shot us.
I'm just saying,
No,
like,
I'm done.
you didn't go 10 feet because then he would get an opportunity attack, but just 5 feet is all you needed to get out with that roll. Okay.
I'm done.
All right, so these guys are up next. How far can they go? Not very far, unless they want to run. Which they're going to. So rumbling through the grass, knocking as they go, you're screaming weird sounds. Say roughly right about there. There's 2 giant blue-looking frog dudes, and that's their action. Next one of these grunts, he's going to step over here, out of that flame, up to Veli. And
My turn? Oh,
no, you're about to get attacked. Once with a pike.
Oof.
So that's not 16. Again, crits on ours that's another 10. So it's 23 points total of piercing damage. And then he's going to try to stomp on you with his hooves. Does a 15 hit you, Veli?
I think I am 15 AC. I can get back there here.
If it's 15, that's half damage, so 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And that will be his turn.
14. Alright, so I take all that damage.
Okay, and you guys see another one kind of rushing out of the dark towards you guys, but doesn't quite reach you. And this one is going to take a step back. Again, this one's still within about 100 feet beyond you guys. And just theater the mind a little bit here. The archers are going to keep their distance. And he's going to shoot twice, hit Victor again. Poor Victor, he's not here. I'm just trying to shoot the shit out of him. Where's Victor back? Yeah, I'm assuming we lost him. Alright, both those miss. No veterans. Come running up. Come running up. This one's gonna look around about where the hell the guy just disappeared. Yeah, matter of fact, let me do this. Okay, yeah, he actually starts rooting around the grass over this direction, trying to find where Nero went. And that's his action. Then the green guy. Yep, now he's going to do it. This time he raises his other hand, actually his staff, up into the air. And you guys watch as this tiny little red light kind of starts to glow at the tip of his staff. And he points it in your general direction. And this little tiny little mote of red light kind of spirals its way towards you guys. And then explodes. As soon as I find his character sheet.
There's a lot of people here.
Yep, there is. You think he cares? He's chaotic. Just gotta find his freaking... There he is. Oh, it's not DC 12. That's wrong. His DC is... DC is 16.
And I have advantage on... With Danger Sense, advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yep.
So I'm going to let advantage. Dexterity saving throw.
What's the radius on that? I think it's 20-foot radius, right?
Where's it hitting?
It's landing basically right here in the center of all you guys.
Yeah, so...
So as a matter of fact, let me do this. Let me just move this flame right here, and then we'll grow it.
150 feet? Jesus Christ. Doesn't matter. We're all...
Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4 bad guys. Got to do this.
We take 25 plus 7?
Yeah, 32. Alright, so 2 of them save, and 2 of them fail. So, fail save. Fail save. Yee. Good thing he
Brandon,
saved.
there? He's no longer showing his idol, but
I'm just about done. Update on my hit point. Sorry, guys. All right, and that's it for him. Veli, you're up next.
Okay, so even though I use the wand, I still have to. It's concentration, so I still have to do that.
No, for the wand, I'm ruling it's not concentration.
Okay, because I tried to do it on the last one. I tried to use my spell points, and you said
No, because you can't like do an action as something and spell a and do another action as a casting a spell.
oh, that's what it says though.
As you can do it as a bonus action using your sorcery points.
Right. Oh,
Right.
Okay. I see. So I can cast a spell with my action,
Correct.
and then cast another one with my quicken spell, correct? Or is it just you can do an action and then also cast a
There's
spell?
two parts to it. So general magic is you can cast a spell with an action. You can cast a secondary spell, but it has to be a cantrip and it has to be a bonus action. That's the only way you can ever cast two spells in the same round. Unless you use something like Action Surge or the sorcery points, something like that. That's the only time you can really cast two spells when it's the second one is not a cantrip and not a bonus action. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So
Okay.
if I use up my sorcery points, I can cast two spells.
Correct. If that's what sorcery points does, if it says you can get an additional action out of that, then yes.
Okay. I'm going to cast fly on myself, and then as I'm gonna start flying up into the air.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a dex save with a... no, you already did that for the fireball, so this will be part of that same action. I'm okay with that. How far up do you go?
I think my flying speed is only 30 feet.
Okay. I think that'll still get you out of the radius of the fireball. I think the fireball is only 20 feet radius.
The spell says 60.
Did it say 60? I thought it was 20.
No, not the fireball, the fly. The
Oh,
says you
sorry.
got a
Oh,
speed
right.
of 60
I'm
feet.
sorry. It is 60 feet.
Okay, then yeah, you can get out of the range of that fireball.
Okay. And then with my bonus action, using Quicken spell, I'm going to cast Enlarge Reduce on... oh, shoot. I was going to split that as well. But I'll just do it on Victor. I'm going to cast Enlarge on him.
Okay, this is using your sorcery points to cast a second one? Is that what you're doing again?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, so enlarge on Victor, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to give yourself a little icon to remind myself that you're flying. I think there's a wing icon somewhere. Where's the wings at? I'm not seeing the wings, so I'm just going to give you one of these for now. Okay, anything else for Veli?
Nope. That's it.
Okay, let me check my thing. Okay, give me a perception check. Top of the round, everybody. Okay, so Nira is the only one that sees it, and you see it plain as day. So again, before you heard the sounds of catapults being launched, and you heard like a crash or something way off in the distance towards the city itself, this time you see and hear catapults launching. This time, whatever's in the actual cup of the catapult is on fire, and it launches forward, and you see it streak through the sky. And you see this from all around you, not just in front of you, like off to the right and off to the left, way off in the east and the west. You see more of these things being launched into the sky. and several of them, like several dozens of these things, just strike the edge of the city walls, and then the city walls are all aflame. Now, metagame wise, they threw pitch first time, second time they threw flame, and now the walls are all aflame, and you still see things on top of the rampart walls aflame as well, apart from this stuff that's being thrown and flung at the walls up there. So there's some serious shit being thrown at the city. Okay? Alright, so here's what I'm going to do, guys. We've reached almost the 3-hour mark. I know we started a bit late, and the fact that we've lost Victor, seems like, means I'm going to go and call this at this point, and we can pick this one back up either next time we have a session, or I'll end up doing this one-off session maybe within a week or so. It's up to you guys. But right now I'm going to plan on doing it in another 2 weeks. You guys okay with that?
It's fine. Unless we do manage to snag another quick one together, but...
Okay. So, I mean, we'll probably end up finishing this one in 2 weeks rather than go back to the main campaign. I want you guys to at least either die or figure out what you're going to do next. But we'll pick this one up in 2 weeks. You guys okay with that?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. All right. So now that we stopped, holy shit, guys, I was not expecting this at all. I was not expecting you guys to go out into the actual open with these guys. I was said, okay, so if they come in the north gate, I'm going to have this plan. If they come in the east gate, I'm going to have this plan. I had all this shit planned for inside the city, and you guys went outside. But that's cool. That's cool. Just I hope you guys realize that this is some bad odds for you guys. So, thoughts, comments, complaints about this session tonight, guys?
Well, I think that 3 of the 4 are in big trouble.
Yeah. Well, maybe 2 out of the 4. I mean, you're hidden. At least you disappeared into the dark over somewhere.
Yeah, Veli's in the air right now, so
yeah.
He's not in as big a trouble.
Right.
And I got 50-foot run, 50-foot dash, 60-foot shadow step on my next turn if I need to get out of here.
Yep. I was kind of wondering about that. I'm like, okay, you guys are going to sneak up behind a couple hundred bad guys. I was kind of wondering what you guys were going to do.
Well, the plan was originally to wait until the couple hundred bad guys became just sort of after the pitch gets thrown, now that we know what's happening, and the fire gets thrown, and everything sort of burns and crumbles. When the big group, the massive, because there's so many of them that all of them are not going to fit inside that city.
Yep.
When the big group goes into the city to storm it on foot, there were going to be stragglers left outside that we were going to pick off.
Right. Yeah, and if you guys just would have kept your distance...
We got seen before that happened.
Yep, you guys would have kept your distance and not tried to sneak up on them, you guys probably been fine, because they would have eventually all, charged in. It would have been several rounds, or, half an hour, whatever you want to call it, until, stuff fell. But yeah, it was... I thought, okay, that might work. Maybe they'll chase them inside and they'll have a chance. But out here, I was like, holy shit, you guys are going to die. Sweet.
Well, 2 of us are going to die.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, unless they figure out a way to escape. And Victor's already taken some damage.
I'm just saying, Bachford's like a crumpled freaking paper towel right now, so...
Well, yeah, and dude, you're on fire.
Yep. At the start of your turns will be either you got to move right away or you're gonna take some more fire damage because all the shit's on fire now. So, all right, session. Good session, guys. I appreciate it. Sorry we started a little bit late, and sorry I had to scramble there to kind of put a map together. But I hope you guys had fun with it, and we'll plan on meeting back up here in 2 more weeks.
Yeah, hope you find out with Rand.
Sounds good.